Welcome in, Bluegrass Sports Nation fans, to the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex here on the Riverbank in Jackson, Kentucky. You have tuned in for the last home game of the season, in the regular season, as we speak, in the 2025 edition of Breathitt County Bobcats. Evan Miller is sitting here beside of me, and we've been talking Bobcats and Red Devils all night as the Bobcats get ready to host Russell. It's been a while since we faced this team. There's a lot of history between these two clubs, and we're getting ready for a great ball game here on the Riverbank.
Yeah, Rob. I mean, it should be a very good matchup. We've looked at the stats, and of course, you said pregame compared offenses. Folks, it looks like we're about to have our national anthem soon. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with some pregame.
Over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Frank's, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, East Kentucky Chiropractic, and Quantum Healthcare. We want to be your medical home of the mountains, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, x-ray, lab, transportation, case management, sliding fee scale, and 340B drug pricing. Little Flower Clinic, 279 East Main Street, open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m., 487-9505, and Quantum Healthcare, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m., 436-0711, or visit our webpage, kymha.com.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolfe, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Hazard Community and Technical College invites you to MiniCon on Friday, October 24th from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. in the Lee's College Campus Library. This free all-day event features That One Show with host Brian Combs, Bloodshed in the Bluegrass with hosts Sheena Yoder and Bree Warner, local ghost hunting group Yellow Jacket Paranormal, author Tasha Fugit, multimedia production duo Mike and Charles Schaus, and Apple Shop's Appalachian Media Institute representative Tommy Anderson. Everyone is welcome. Dress in cosplay and bring your own tabletop and card games and enjoy a fun, creative day with the HCTC community.
All right, folks, we are back here from the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex. A wonderful, tremendous rendition of the national anthem by Miss Jana Gilbert. The young lady gets better every time. I tell you, folks, if you get a chance to listen to her sing it, you need to come out just for that. It's worth the ticket price. Great job, Jana. I appreciate that. Folks, we are back. We got about 5.5 minutes, and we're going to talk some football, Evan.
Yeah, Rob, of course, as some of the folks who regularly tune in with us know, we do keys to the game, Rob, kind of like a tale of a tape series we run here, and go ahead and get started.
Yeah, tonight's a big game. I mean, you got the Russell Red Devils coming to town. Deep history, and Darren and myself have talked a little bit about that in the previous moments before we've been on the air. We'll try to share some of that with you as we go through, maybe at halftime. But the keys to the game tonight, we'll start out with the home team, the Breathitt Bobcats. First off, when Evan started talking to me about it, the first thing that came to my mind is our Breathitt Bobcat pass defense.
Yeah, Rob. Tonight's going to be a very big challenge. The Russell pass offense has put up 1,533 yards this year, Rob. Very lethal in the pass game. This is going to be a very good test. As RPI shows, we will be seeing Beechwood as of now in the third round, which is a very pass-heavy Northern Kentucky team.
Yes, a key for Breathitt's defense is to play at home, play responsibility, and do what you're taught to do at that defensive back position and try to guard that short pass. We've seen that a number of times. The short pass turns into a long run, and we need to make sure we stay on top of that as a defense here for the Bobcats. Offensively for the Bobcats, we've said this all season long, and the Bobcats have done a great job of keeping that run game going. And tonight they got to get the run game going early.
Yeah, Rob, definitely. I mean, you have a 1,000-yard rusher for the Bobcats and a Russell defense that is very weak against the game, giving up 906 yards on the season. So I would see Breathitt, or I would hope Breathitt would take advantage of a very weak pass or a weak run defense from the looks of it.
Well, and when you look at the strength of schedule and the people that they've played, that's a high number of yardage coming from the run game, from their run defense. Talking about the Russell Red Devils as they come in here with Coach T.J. Maynard, 3A, District 6 over in Class 3A. For the Red Devils, up first, they got to take advantage of some matchups.
Yeah, Rob. I mean, as we just mentioned, the Breathitt pass defense has had some struggles here and there, and the Red Devil offense has had some really good receivers so far in the year. Both Jaden and Caden Pennington having over 300 yards on the year in receiving, with 465 and 395 respectively to both the brothers. So the Bobcats really need to kind of dig deep, or the Red Devils really need to take advantage of those matchups they have.
The thing that jumped out to me on the stat sheet, looking at the receivers for the Red Devils, you've got 6 wide receivers with over 100 yards and 2 with over 300, and that's one right on the verge of 5. So you got a lot of guys that they can take a look at and throw the ball to, and obviously they're doing a very good job catching the ball.
Yeah.
For Russell offensively or defensively, they've got to find a way to flip the coin that we just talked about and stop the BHS running game.
Yeah, we've mentioned this a few times in our coverage that if you make a team one-dimensional, it's really easy to stop them because you can kind of guess what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And the Russell Red Devils really need to find a way to take away the Bobcats' run game, which they've leaned on a lot this year.
Yeah, it's good points with both of these teams and both the keys going forward. We'll talk about impact players as we go throughout the first series, folks. We're going to bring those in at a different time. A big game for both of these ball clubs. We touched on it. We'll talk a little bit about it, but these two ball clubs, no stranger to each other in big rivalry and big moments. You know, Russell comes calling in '95. I can talk about that one first. The history goes a lot deeper than '95, 2002, and 2007. You know, Darren, our producer, was there in '02. I was there in '95. These two ball clubs, when they get together, no matter we don't play each other year after year, or we don't have a home and away series sometimes, but when these two ball clubs get together, it's a big game atmosphere. It's a playoff type, inclination with these games, and especially was in '95 and '02. And I think in '07, the Bobcats went over to Russell and played. '95, we came out 40-12 on the scoreboard winner in a regional playoff game. But there was the scoreboard was a little bit stretched with the 40-12. It didn't feel like it. They brought in some big linemen, all state linemen, and they got some big guys out on the field tonight.
Yeah. And Rob, from our talks pregame, it looks like both teams may be very similar. As I've heard some news that the Russell the Russell offense is very similar to the Breathitt offenses. They do a little bit more RPO, get their quarterback very active in the run game. As he's their leading rusher.
Leading rusher, yeah. So we expect to see the quarterback run the ball. We expect Frazier to have it, and we also expect Rowe to come up with the ball in the backfield. We got 15 seconds on the clock. The Red Devils are set to kick this one off to the Bobcats. The Bobcats will be receiving, and then, of course, they've got Eli Thomas and John Carter Holland back deep for them as they have in previous games. The time ticks down to triple zeros. We get the whistle. We'll wait for the clock to come up 12 and wait for that whistle from the referee as he'll get off. Line judge will get off the field, and we'll get ready to get this one underway. Bobcats' last regular season of the game, senior night, hosting the Red Devils, and here's the kick. Puts the boot to it. It'll fall back about the 15, 16-yard line. It'll be caught by John Carter Holland. One man misses. He gets by the second one, and he's brought down around the 30-yard line with a nice catch and a nice yards after the catch for John Carter on an initial kick.
Yeah, Robin, as we start this first offensive drive, we bring up our offensive key impact players and our defensive impact players. First, our offensive impact players, the Bobcats, are Miles Holland and Eli Thomas.
Yeah, two great guys that have really toted the weight for the Bobcats. Miles back there, some people call him a youngster. Hey, I'd rather have him back in the backfield calling my plays and looking over that defense as any other quarterback in the state. As we see Miles get the offense set and he gets ready to go. Two receivers to the right who put one in motion, and that's Eli. They'll give it to Eli. He bounces around the left up to about the 38, maybe the 39-yard line before he's ran out of bounds. They'll say he made it to the 40. So the first touch of the ball for Eli Thomas will be a Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down on the first play.
As we quickly bring up our key players for Russell is number 13, Wyatt Hudson at linebacker, and number 53, Zach Brown at defensive tackle.
Hudson with 88 tackles and 50 of those being solos. Give to Gibson in the backfield, and he makes one man miss, and he'll get it up to about the 46-yard line. So good pickup of yards by Jaden Gibson.
Yeah, so far the Bobcat run offense is really turning on here, Rob. A very good run to pick up a first down for the Bobcats on the very first play, and a good run by Gibson to put him in a second and short or a second and medium situation.
Spotted at the 47 to be second down and 4 for the Bobcats. Holland takes a snap, fakes, throws to the screen over to John Carter. He'll pick up the first down and more as he's ran out of bounds on the Russell sideline. So another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Bobcats, courtesy of the senior John Carter Holland.
Yeah, Rob, that's a connection we've talked about since the preseason, the Holland to Holland connection. We see that a lot with the bubble screen. John Carter is able to get great yak yards on that,
Yep.
which is yards after catch.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Give to Thomas in the backfield. Picks up another first down, driving forward that shoulder down up to about the 35 into Red Devil territory. So another Buckhorn Children's and Family first down for Breathitt High. They continue to move it at will.
I was about to comment on that, Rob. Breathitt offense is absolutely dominating right now. Line of scrimmage is looking very good for them.
Same set, two receivers to the left, one to the right. Give to Thomas up the middle, and he'll pick up probably 4, maybe 5 yards. We'll see where it's spotted at.
It's more like 3 yards.
Yeah, I think so, about 3. Depends on the spot.
Yeah.
So the ball up to about the 33 yard line, center of the field. Give to Thomas again around the left side, and he's going to be tackled right around the 31 by number 53.
That's something we've seen from Thomas. He's not, of course, when you have a faster back like Thomas, you usually see them try to avoid contact, go for more of a juke move. But you see Thomas there lower the shoulder and take a hit. Very good from the young Bobcat as he goes on.
Tackle 53 was Zach Brown with 4.5 sacks, leads the Red Devils. So
that's
another young man.
Impact players.
Yep. 3 receivers stacked out wide to the left. They'll give in the backfield to Gibson. Gibson lowers his shoulder up to about the 27, maybe the 28. Once again, it'll depend on the spot.
Yeah, it brings up a 4th and short and plus territory for the Bobcats. Of course, in high school, it's very different than what you would see in college, where you maybe kick a field goal here, but in high school, you go for it. And the Bobcats bring out a heavy set.
Yeah, you got to like the look when they bring out those bigger linemen, and they're going to stack that line, I do believe. We'll see which side it goes heavy on.
4th and very short here, Rob. 4th and 2 from the looks of it up here.
Heavy to the left. Snap, direct snap to Gibson. Gibson lowers his shoulder, driving forward, and he goes forward to about the 25. And that'll be good enough for another Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down for the Bobcats as they come up on the conversion on the 4th down.
Very good second effort from Gibson there. Looked like he may have got stopped in the backfield a little bit, but he keeps driving those feet. And he's able to find a hole and be able to push forward for the first down for the Bobcats.
8:57 on the clock. Bobcats come back out and get set. 3 receivers stacked again to the left in that bunch formation. 1 receiver wide to the right. Holland steps up to take the snap. Got Gibson beside him to his right. Fakes to the screen. He's going to go deep to the end zone. Ball in the air and out of the corner of the end zone, incomplete.
Yeah, it's like just out of the reach of number 1, Eli Thomas, who was targeted on the play.
Just a little bit too much on that one for Holland.
A little hard to see with the new and improved locker room in the way, Rob.
That new and improved film room here is that second story kind of takes out the view of the corner of the end zone from the press box. Bobcats come back out to get set. Thomas will go make the second receiver to the right, 2 to the left. And Gibson will be in the backfield just to the left of Holland. Receivers scoot in close now, coming from the right or from the left hash. And he'll fake and he'll turn and give it to Thomas. And right there is number 55 and a host of Red Devils to make the stop.
Yeah.
Number 55 is Tate Smith for the Red Devils.
We've seen the Bobcats try a reverse play like that before and have see a lot of success. I know they had a very long touchdown against West Carter, but it looks like the Red Devils are ready for it and beat the blocks there to be able to make a tackle for a loss.
Red Devils on defense have lit a fuse. They've tackled for a loss, 3rd and 12. Trying to make something happen here on defense and stop the Bobcats on this first offensive drive.
Yeah, we could see the Red Devils kind of hit our key of the game and take away the run here, Rob, and force the Bobcats to pass in a long 3rd down here.
2 receivers each side for Holland. He'll sit back. He rolls out to his right. He's got 1 chasing, got a man open. That's John Carter Holland, makes the catch right at the first down marker. And I think John Carter got enough for another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for Breathitt High. 7:44 on the clock. The Bobcats come up with a big 3rd down conversion. Eddie.
Yeah, great conversion there. John Carter Holland looked like he may have faked out the defender there. I was watching more of the play develop at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to find a wide open zone there, Rob.
Yeah, he stepped back and had plenty of room to make the catch, and yards after the catch puts us in first down. So ball up to the 15-yard or 14-yard line, and we got some markers coming out on the field right as the snap came off. So we'll see what the call is going to be from Mr. Referee.
Yeah, it was like a pre-snap stumble for the Bobcats here.
Yeah.
Of course, could take away some of the momentum they just got on that big third down.
So the 5-yard penalty puts it back to the 19-yard line on the right hash. Offense comes back out and gets set. 3 receivers bunched to the left. And they'll give in the backfield, and that is Thomas. Thomas makes one man miss, still on his feet, but he's going to be taken down right around the 19-yard line. Good show of sportsmanship as the Red Devils help to pick Eli up. Short gain on that one.
Looks like the Red Devils are doing a very good job covering that outside. Looks like a no sir gain, probably only a gain about 2 yards, which would maybe which does bring up like a 2nd 13 for the Bobcats. Doing a very good job covering that outside run.
Ball spotted on the 16-yard line. Left hash now, 2 receivers each side. He's going to throw to John Carter again, and it's over his head, incomplete, out of bounds. And that'll bring up 3rd and 15 for the Bobcats as they got it into the red zone here of the Red Devils. And once again, Russell defensively finding a way to stop the Bobcats in a big 3rd down play here.
Looks like there was once again, Carter was wide open in that zone. It's like either a defensive miscue or they're really trying to protect some deeper coverage here, Rob. Protecting us a deeper ball here.
Yeah. Give in the backfield to Thomas over on off right tackle, still pushing forward. Short pickup.
Yeah, it's like the Bobcats attempted to maybe try and get a big gain on a 3rd down, maybe expecting a pass, which they did convert on last 3rd down. But now the Bobcats get a little bit more yards here. Looks like they're back past the sticks here. Looks like about a 4th and 7, maybe 4th and
close
6.
to that. Yeah,
so
close.
Looks like it turns into a 4th down and doable.
Yeah, 4th and 12. Or 4th and 8 from the 12, my bad. And we got a quick timeout on the field. So we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back. All right, folks, we are back. Senior night here on the Riverbank for a great group of seniors. These guys have been together for a long time, Evan, and that means a lot when you go out on the field. You know who you're playing against, and you know who you're playing with, and you have that much more confidence going forward. So a great group of seniors, we want to play honor to them.
Yeah, I think we said this in the preseason. A group that I grew up with playing from my sophomore year on, and then a group you helped coach throughout their years in the Lumberjacks. So it's just a group that means a lot to us. Of course, my little brother plays in this senior group, and a bunch of guys I played with throughout my high school career. So this could be a great regular season send-off for them tonight.
3 receivers each side, bunch formation, thrown across the middle, short and caught by Jaden Gibson into the end zone for a score for the Bobcats. We have 3 receivers bunch left, 3 receivers bunch right. Gibson out of the backfield, catches the short pass, middle of the field, 5:55 on the clock. Bobcats find the end zone.
Yeah, Rob, we've seen that a lot. The Bobcats do with these bunch formations, and it looks like the defense may have overcompensated there and tried to really defend that bunch formation. But the Bobcats took advantage of a nearly wide open middle of the field as J.D. Gibson was just completely wide open and was able to fall in for a touchdown here. Our first Family Pharmacy touchdown of the night.
First Family Pharmacy touchdown of the night. Spencer Brothers come on for the kick, and Adam with the hold, and Wyatt with a kick. Ball through the uprights. Your score, 7-0 on senior night. We'll be back after this message.
SEC Auto Sales, located at 1557 Highway 15 South in Jackson, is the fastest growing pre-owned dealership in the area. Whether you're looking for a used or new-to-you vehicle, SEC has you covered. Think you can't get finance? Well, think again. They have the best interest rates available, serving all of Eastern Kentucky. Let them show you an easy buying experience. Come on down and see Jeff, Dwayne, and the rest of the gang. Call 606-272-6888 or visit them online at secautosales.com.
Senior night on the Riverbank, the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex. The Bobcats playing host to the Red Devils of Russell. Great matchup between these two. We talked a little bit about it. 7-0 your score here with 5:55 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Rob. To give us some time to talk about the players, let's go ahead and mention our or our impact players for both Breathitt defense and Russell offense as we begin this kickoff here. Of course, our first impact player for the Russell Red Devils is Jaden Frazier, the quarterback.
Yeah, the young man, of course, working in the backfield, leading in them in rushing yards, and also a great passer. We talked about the passing yards from the Red Devils. So
looking at his stats, he's only given up 1 interception to 18 touchdowns. And our second Red Devil is Jordan Rowe, the running back.
Yeah,
Jaden Pennington, the receiver. Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, Mr. Pennington doing a great job with 465 yards receiving. Great wide receiver, obviously one of the favorite picks for Frazier as he looks back to throw the ball down the field.
And then for our Breathitt defenders, we have number 20, Braden Barnett, who is currently the leading tackler for the Bobcats and a great field general top linebacker for the Bobcats.
And I appreciate you leaving me number 68, Waylon Abner. He is another defensive standout for the Bobcats, and he is our other impact player on defense for the Bobcats as they get started. Waylon in there at that nose tackle position right now, a young man hard to deal with on either side of the ball. Frazier sits back, takes a snap, handoff back in the backfield, and tackled immediately by Jaden Gibson, maybe a pickup of a yard.
Yeah, very good job by Gibson there to notice the run and fill the gap and be able to make a tackle for what looks to be either a no gain or just a gain of 1, which is now a gain of 1 as the second 9 flashes up on the scoreboard for us. So very good job. Very good opening play for the Bobcat defense.
Sophomore running back number 28, Caden Binge on the run. So a pickup of 1, 2nd and 9 for the Red Devils coming from the right hash mark at the 39-yard line, still in their territory. So Frazier in the backfield. He'll wait on the snap. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, sits back, rolls out. He'll take it, and he's finally going to get rid of it. Throws, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, very good pressure and coverage from the Bobcat defense. Took away the routes downfield, and the Bobcat defense forced Frazier out and then tries to make a play with his legs, tries to get the ball out, but the Bobcat pressure was there.
Another young man putting pressure on the Red Devils, number 8, Jagger Burton. We've talked about how well he's played that little bubble screen and throughout the year, and that time doing a great job keeping the quarterback in containment and not letting him get outside and get that run, and he had to get rid of it.
Jagger Burton's a young Bobcat who's done a very good job stepping up here tonight, or stepping up every night we've seen him play, Rob.
3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Frazier waits on the snap. Breathitt showing some blitz. Caleb Neese coming through there, and there is Trenton Noble, I believe, number 59 with a stop. Great stop for Trenton.
Yeah, his second sack of the year so far, Rob, and a very good player too. As we had some injuries come to our defensive line, say about midseason, and Trenton Noble has been one of those players, same as Jagger Burton, to step up very well and play some great ball for the Bobcats.
Well, look out. That defensive front is fired up. Carson Miller congratulating Trenton on that big play. Russell with a big front over to the left. They're going to punt this one away. They'll have to kick. Nice punt for them, and it'll be dropping right around the 25. Takes a Red Devil roll back to the 24. So the Bobcats will take over with the Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down from the 24-yard line on the right hash to start this drive out.
Yeah, so far, very good defensive line play tonight, Rob.
Yes.
Of course, we just pick up a sack on that last play.
Yep.
But the Bobcats are getting awesome coverage on the Red Devils here in this first drive. You've seen it in the first play where Frazier's forced out, and you've seen it there with the sack.
Very important, too, for the Bobcats to come out with a big momentum swing, throwing a big punch early, scoring, and then coming out on defense and getting the stop. As Holland gets set, takes a snap, sits back in the pocket. He's got time. He's going to throw down the middle of the field. He's got a man out there. Combs just off the fingertips of Combs as it'll fall incomplete. Had one hand on it, and he had his man beat, too. He might have been on his way to the end zone right now if he got the other hand on that one.
Yeah, Rob, Combs wants that one back. And Holland will as well, because it looked like it was either a combination of maybe not being there when the ball was thrown and also the route being thrown a little too far. So definitely a connection we've seen developing throughout the year, though, is Jason Combs and Miles Holland.
Trips to the left.
Holland, too, Jason Combs.
Trips to the left for the Bobcats. 1 receiver wide. Holland draws the defense off, and there's a flag. Encroachment on the defense, and they'll have to walk it back 5 yards, so the Bobcats will progress 5.
Yeah, once again, great way to catch a team that's maybe a little off kilter right now and get some free yards for the Bobcat offense.
Nice job by Holland on the hard count. Bobcats stay in the trips left set. offensively, one to the right, one back, just to the right of Holland, and he gives it to Gibson. Gibson lowers his shoulder. He's met maybe a pickup of 1 yard. I think he got up to the 30.
And once again, Bobcats will not shy away from running the ball whenever they can get that chance to.
Yeah.
Of course, now a pretty good game for the Bobcats. Brings up a third and short here. And
actually got after the spot, got an extra yard, looks like. So third and about 2 for the Bobcats. Ball up to the, looks like about the 32. Holland's going to throw short to Holland, and he's got it. He's up the sideline to the 40 and ran out of bounds. And that'll be good enough for a Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down for Breathitt High. They continue to move the ball. Another big third down conversion that time for the Bobcats.
Yeah, once again, we see the kind of quick screen Holland connection. That's been a big favorite for this Bobcat offense all throughout the years. We keep saying because it's just a very effective play for them.
Same set trips to the left, one receiver to right, Holland. He's going to bring it out of there himself, and he's up to about the 44-yard line as he's brought down. Good coverage that time by Russell, and Holland just makes the call to bring it out of there himself and pick up some positive yards. Pickup of about 3.
Yeah, good play from the young quarterback to recognize there's nothing downfield. He does a good job not forcing anything.
Yeah, right.
So he does a good job tucking the ball and getting a few extra yards to bring up a second and about medium, Rob.
Yeah, very manageable here as they give it to Thomas, and he's got some wide open room, and he's brought down in the tackle for a 1-yard loss that time. Looked like he was going to have some room. And the young man coming up to make the tackle was number 17, and that is Jaden Pennington, senior wide receiver and DB for Russell.
And one of our offensive impact players,
yes,
Rob.
Sir.
You did a very good job coming down from the safety position and tracking down Thomas. Of course, he's a very hard guy. He's a very hard player to tackle and stop when he gets going. Pennington does a very good job stopping him on that last play.
Well, he had some room to run, and Pennington cut it off quick and made that shoestring tackle, and it'll be third and about 8, and picked off by the Red Devils. Holland's pass picked off by Russell, and the young man still on his feet into the end zone for the Red Devils. I don't see any flags on the play, so the defense of Russell able to take the takeaway with the interception and take it all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, very good play by Russell there, tracking the eyes of Miles and being able to lurk around and be able to pick the ball off. Once again, this is not once again, but
once again, they took it away.
Yeah, they
nice
took it away.
interception, good coverage. We've seen that they had their wide receivers covered.
And as I wanted to say, now I've gained my bearing. A very big play for Russell. They were a little off kilter. Of course, their offense goes 3 and out, and they get scored on the opening drive. This is what they need to kind of reestablish some momentum and make this a game.
Yeah, good job by the defense of Russell that time. Kicker in to attempt the point after. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights. That is number 23. That is Samuel Totten.
I'd say Totten.
So the point after is good with 2:21 on the clock. Your score is 7-7. We'll be back after this message.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Folks, we are back. 2:21 on the clock. The Red Devils strike on defense. They take an interception, a nice pass. They take it away from Holland. Not sure who the intended receiver was, but Russell right there, as you said, tracking Miles' eyes, tracking his motions. And
the defender, who we don't have the number for yet, did a very good job tracking his eyes and jumping the route and being able to get the pick. And he did very well on the return, too, getting into the end zone there, Rob.
Yeah, nice play on defense for the Red Devils. So we tied up 2:21, 7-7. So Russell will kick this one away. Back deep once again, Thomas and John Carter Holland. Here's the kick, and looks like it's going to go back to the same side of the field as it did before for John Carter. He'll pick it up at about the 20, and he makes one man miss. Second guy there to sling him down right around the 26, maybe the 27, and we got a flag coming in from behind on the tackle.
Yeah, this wrestle team's playing fired up now, Rob.
Yeah,
Of
well,
course, they're making the tackle. Then after making the tackle, they all get up and they're celebrating hard right now. So they are getting a little energized after that interception, which is something they really needed after those first two drives.
we talk a lot about momentum during these games, and here lately we've not gotten the opportunity to because we've not had that close of a matchup. But Russell definitely with the swing of momentum and on that interception. And we'll see what the call is. It looks like they're marching the ball back on the holding. Okay, it's a holding call on the Bobcats on the return. So the Bobcats will take over with the Buckhorn Children's Family Services first down from about the 18-yard line. So give in the backfield to Thomas. Gets past one defender. He looked like he was going to break that one open, and the linebacker there to make the tackle. And it's going to be up around the 22-yard line. We'll see what the spot is. Looks like it's on the 22.
Yeah, very good job from Thomas there. It looks like some of the blocks fell apart as soon
Yeah.
as he got the ball there, and he was able to still find a
Found an
hole
opening.
and get a decent amount of yards in the play.
Great vision by Eli that time.
Yeah.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Holland going to throw short. Little screen over to John Carter. He makes the catch up at the 30 on the sideline and ran out of bounds. And it's good for Buckhorn Children's and Family Services. First down for John Carter on senior night.
Yeah, very good block from fellow senior, number 13, Austin Barker on the play, which gave John Carter that running lane on the play, Rob.
Yep. So nice play, little bubble screen. We've seen that many times before for these two as they match up on that one and make it good for a first down. And the run inside going to be stopped right at the initial line of scrimmage, I do believe.
Yeah, very good play by number 58, Brody Smith, linebacking one of the linebackers for the Red Devils. As he did a very good job recognizing the play and coming down and making the tackle in the hole, Rob. Very similar to how Jaden Gibson did on the first play of the game, or first defensive drive for the Bobcats.
So it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Bobcats. Ball on the 42-yard line. Snap to Holland, give in the backfield to Gibson. Drags one man forward. And looks like he's going to be stopped right around the going to mark it at the 42 and say no gain, I believe.
And good.
No, 43, pickup of 1.
Good play from one of our defensive impact players, Zach Brown, who was able to come around the play and hold Gibson up to allow the tackle to occur.
Yeah, you got to, that's part of a defensive guy's job is to slow him down and stop him and have a couple seconds there for another man to come in and assist on the tackle. Two receivers each side. Now for the Bobcats, one man in the backfield is Gibson, just to Holland's right. Takes the snap, sits back in the pocket, looking. He's going to be flushed out of there. He's on his feet again to the 45. Runs out of bounds around the 49-yard line. Nice pickup again for Miles Holland.
Yeah, looks like depending on the spot here, Rob, around the right side of the offensive line. Not sure which gap he came from, but it brings up a 4th and 1 for the Bobcats as they elect to punt.
4th and 1 from the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
And the punt team is going to come on the field for the Bobcats. Thanks again to our sponsors, Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic. If you've been injured, call Dr. Howard. He can help, including accidents and workers' comp. Here's the snap. Spencer puts the toe to it, and it'll fall back around the 15, maybe up around the 20, and it'll be tackled immediately by number 11, Jason Combs, there on the tackle.
Yeah, very good coverage there, and a very good punt by
good
Wyatt
punt by
Spencer.
Spencer.
It was one that had a good amount of hang time and also was a little short than what the return man thought, which set up great for the Bobcats coming and make a cleanup tackle there, Rob.
Great for the coverage team that time. Thanks again to Hutch Automotive Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts, located on Highway 15. And Jiffy Mart, get in and out in a jiffy with gas, groceries, and a great meat department. And go by and see all the great people at Rose Brothers Department Store, just like I did today. Buy a pair of boots. Stop by and see them with locations in Jackson and Bateville.
Yeah, Rob. We haven't seen this Red Devil offense in a while. Let's see if they can kind of fix those stumbles they had in their first offensive drive.
Two backs in the backfield. He'll hand off. Look like number 2.
This is Jordan Rowe, our
leading
one of our
second leading
players
rusher.
to watch.
Yeah, That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Your score 7-7. The Bobcats and the Red Devils tied up here as we get ready to start the second quarter. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. You fuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are 95 years of experience. Our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
All right, folks, we are back. Very interesting first quarter. As you see, the Bobcats punted away on 4th and 1, and the Red Devils will be working from the 21-yard line. Second and about 8, a long 9, or a short 9. Fake in the backfield, short pass intended and caught by number 2. I believe that was Rowe over there as he catches it and goes out of bounds.
Again, of course, maybe taking advantage of some matchups there. It looks like the defender on Rowe was a little bit slower, and I think that may be more. I think that was number 8 Burton on the play, who we've seen more as a rush guy rather than a coverage guy.
You're right. Brings up 3rd and 2 for the Red Devils.
Yeah, third and short for the
third and short.
And third and manageable for the Red Devils. Let's see if the Bobcat defense can really make a stop here. Of course, their momentum has really shifted so far in this game, Rob.
One wide out each side, wing back up in front of the running back, and the direct snap to the quarterback. Designed keeper, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a tackle for a loss. I believe it is.
Yeah, Rob. The Red Devil offense is still having some woes here in the first half. Of course, in their first drive, they ended in a 3-and-out, and their second drive ends in a 3-and-out as well.
Well, a big change of personnel on the field as the Red Devils will bring out the punt team on 4th and 4. So nice stop by the Breathitt defense. Kyle Moore gambles, punts it away. Defense stands strong, and Russell forced to punt it.
Yeah, Coach Moore really showing some confidence in his defense. Of course, the Bobcat defense had struggles here and there, giving up a lot of pass yards here and there.
A high punt doesn't make it to the 50. It's going to fall short around the 46 and then take a east-west roll out of bounds.
Yeah. So the Bobcat defense had some woes here. And it's as you said, a gamble because Coach Moore put some trust in his defense and they step up for him.
Yeah, usually I always say Coach Moore is a quarterback calling plays because he was quarterback when he played here, and usually in that frame of mind, you think that we would go for it, but he puts the defense back on the field, gives his offense a little time to rest, smart play, giving the backfield to Thomas. He's up at the 45, still on his feet, and he's going to fall forward up to about the 36. So a good run by Thomas.
Yeah, so far we haven't seen a lot from Thomas tonight, and this hasn't been any fault of him. The Russell defense has done a very good job containing him so far. Of course, we see another big run from Thomas, very reminiscent to the Bobcats' first drive tonight.
Combs wide receiver to the left. 2 receivers here to the right in front of us. Gibson and Thomas set up right now, each side of Holland in the backfield. And they're going to say that's enough for Buckhorn Children and Family Services. First down for the Cats. So that'll move the chains. And the Bobcats with another first down, now working from the 36 on the right hash. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Holland fakes the short pass, going to go across the middle towards the end zone. He's got Barker back there, but it's incomplete. Headed towards the end zone was Barker, and the ball just thrown a little bit long that time. Barker couldn't get to it, had 2 DBs back there with him, so would have been a hard catch, but it would have been in the end zone if it would have been on target.
Yeah, Robin, as you said, Coach Moore is a quarterback's coach, and he's showing his confidence in Miles right now. Of course, he throws a big pick 6 in the second drive for the Bobcats, and Coach Moore is showing that that's okay, and Miles can fight back from that.
Give in the backfield to Thomas around that left end and going to get up to about the 36-yard line. Yeah, Coach Moore with arguably two of the best players in Eastern Kentucky back there in the backfield, and Thomas at running back and Miles Holland at quarterback. We don't brag about those guys enough, but those two have been raising eyebrows across the state for years now. Both of those great athletes that's been with the Breathitt County football program for years, and both of them know each other as well as this senior lineman front, does for the offensive line. Bunch formation to the right. It's going to set up and go to the left. And Thomas will move over to the right, and he'll take the snap behind the blocks. He's got a couple of those, and he's still on his feet, picks up the first down on his feet up to about the 20. He falls forward to the 20-yard line, and that'll be another first down for Eli Thomas as he picks up the Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down.
Rob, usually when you watch a player, you can define their game by one word. And Eli Thomas is control. He has great body control. You saw it right there where he's able to step back and kind of push the defender down and still keep his momentum going forward.
I think he picked up 4 or 5 yards after the initial tackle on that one. So Eli doing a great job. You see him with the ball here again, looks inside's got an opening, and he'll go forward. And he's going to be tackled after a pickup of about 5 or 6 yards. Looks like the ball may be up to about the 14.
Yes. It's like a gain of 6 on the play, Rob. And Eli Thomas really showing why he gets his flowers from us, as we call these games. He is getting his flowers from the coaching staff right now as he's walking for a quick breather, which gives the ball to Jaden Gibson, who is just as good as Thomas.
Well, he's got Barnett in front of him blocking. Gibson lowers his shoulder, drives across the middle, and up for another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for Jaden Gibson.
Yeah, and in the same vein of that one word to describe the play of a player is Jaden Gibson's grit. We've seen that all night where he's able to take a little contact and keep his feet running for some big plays for the Bobcats.
Same set, flip the script to the other side. Gibson with Barnett in front of him. Gibson on his feet. He'll roll up to about the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. So Gibson with another good carry. Bobcats with a goal line in front of them. They get set quickly. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Give in the backfield to Gibson. Gibson crosses the end zone for the score. To the Bobcats with 7. Cannon fires. And the second quarter score first for Family Pharmacy. Touchdown for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it's something we've talked about all year, Rob, how this tandem running back duo is able to do well no matter where they're at in the field. Of course, Gibson is more suited to be that red zone back who's powerful and can fight through a heavier defensive set. And he shows that there. She's able to run and get nearly 5 yards of play in the past 3 plays and do a very good job and get into the end zone there.
Wyatt Spencer on to attempt the point after. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. Nice kick that time. Another good one through the uprights for Wyatt Spencer as the Bobcats go up 14-7 with 7:42 on the clock. We'll be back after this break.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Second quarter and the second touchdown by Jaden Gibson. His first was through the air in the first quarter, that one on the ground. Gibby Gibson able to lower the shoulder and put it in the end zone from the short yardage. He carries the load and gets the ball into the end zone, puts the Bobcats up 14-7 over the Red Devils. Both point afters have been good by Wyatt Spencer, and Spencer will come up and set the tee for the kick. And maybe looks like a little bit of a squib kick lined up over. And he'll offset and squib kick it. He'll go down the middle of the field, takes a nice bounce. Still in the air, gives the coverage team time to get there. And the tackle going to be made around the 34-yard line for the Bobcats coverage team. Russell will have a Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down from the middle of the field. We'll see where they spot the ball. I think it's going to be on the 34.
Yeah, Rob.
Yep.
And on that note, we welcome back out the Bobcat defense, who has played very well tonight. 2 straight 3-and-outs, and the only points to come tonight have been from the Red Devil defense. Let's see if that Bobcat defense can keep this streak going and playing very good football.
You know, we kind of looked at each other on 4th and 1 when we punted it away, but Coach Moore putting the game in the hands of the defense, and why wouldn't you with this defensive play that we've had so far tonight? Great confidence in his club and great confidence by the defense. Frazier in the backfield now, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He'll sit back, wanted to throw deep. He gets it out of there, almost sacked. Chased out of there by Barnett, throws across the middle, and it's caught for a first down. Brought down by Caleb Neese and a host of other Bobcats back in the secondary. But Russell Red Devils with a Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down. Looked like a busted pass play as Frazier had to get out of there.
Definitely, Rob. Looks like some pressure was right in his face, and he's able to get the pass off to number 6, Caden Mitchell, on the play. Of course, you see that sometimes when a play breaks down like that, the quarterback has to roll out. There might be a coverage breakdown, and someone's able to get open.
Yeah, ball up to the 45-yard line into Bobcat territory now. So the Red Devils make it across the 50, and they look to put on some more yards. Frazier in the backfield, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, 1 back each side. Waits on the snap. He'll take it, give in the backfield to number 28 across the middle, still on his feet, picks up a first down, and finally falls forward.
Yeah, good run by Caden Binge on the play, Rob. Able to find a hole and take advantage of the Bobcat defense, playing very aggressive on the play as they were all coming down, and left a wide open spot for him just to jog down the field and bring up another Buckhorn Children and Family Services first down for the Red Devils, making up for the 2 3-and-outs with 2 straight first downs.
So the Red Devils take over on the 32. Set up this offensive set. 2 receivers again to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back each side. He'll give in the backfield. Young man still on his feet, brought down by Braden Barnett at the 30-yard line with a beautiful tackle.
Yep.
That was number 33. I think that's the first time he's carried the ball tonight.
Yeah,
that is Lane Osborne.
Oh, almost said Lennon. Yep, Lane Osborne. Very good play by Braden Barnett, though, tracking down the running back there. Brings up a very minimal gain, a gain of 2 on the play, and he is able just to run down that line, track him down very well, and make the tackle.
Yeah, Barnett with a great tackle that time. One of our defensive standouts. The young man got the player of the game the other night for the Bobcats.
A very impressive game from Braden with a fumble and then a strip fumble on a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yep. Defense gets set. Offense with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 man in the backfield. He'll take the screen pass up the field. Number 28 still on his feet, headed towards the corner of the end zone. Finally brought down just short of the goal line. So a big run that time by number 28, Caden Binge, out of the backfield with the short pass. Big pickup of yards on the ground after he made the reception.
Yeah, Robin, a very interesting play. As it looked like they had, or what they did was they kind of did like a run play with a pass tagged onto it, as they had both the left tackle and guard pulling, and then Frazier just does a little lob pass to his running back and brings up big yardage for the Red Devils.
First and goal from the 2-yard line for Russell. 5:22 on the clock as they look to tie this one up. Heavy bunch formation to the right. Frazier in the backfield. Binge beside of him to his left. Frazier takes a snap, gives to Binge. Stopped short of the goal line, right at the line of scrimmage. So the Bobcat defense bows up and stops him on first down.
Yeah, the Bobcat defense has been very strong all year with like inside runs, Rob. Of course, we had a few games where it broke down a little bit. Wes Carter was one of those games, and Hazard was as well. But right now, you can see it in our run defense right now. Before we go into playoffs, is doing very well of protecting or stopping that inside run and running in general. Bobcats have done a very good job in doing that. The defensive line is playing very well tonight.
So Coach Maynard calling number 28, Caden Binge's number here at wheel tonight. He's only got 151 yards on the season, but the young man in the backfield doing a great job. Frazier going to roll out of there, looks to the right, throws to the end zone. Did he make the catch? And they'll wave him incomplete.
Yeah, looks like it was just a little bit out of reach there. Bobcat defense also playing very well in coverage tonight, Rob. We've only seen 1 completed pass for a first down, and that was on a little bit of a breakdown in coverage due to a scramble.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and goal for the Red Devils. Frazier will come into the huddle with the play. 4:22 on the clock, 14-7 your score. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line for Russell. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back each side of Frazier in the backfield. Frazier waits on the snap, puts a man in motion, and we got a flag early.
Yeah,
they're going to say
Looks like
False.
the running back may
Yeah.
have got a little jump when I think number 28 or when Benjamin Rowe was in motion. Looked like the
Yeah.
second running back kind of squatted down with the quarterback and
Can't do that.
yeah.
So that's going to back them up 5 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line.
Yeah.
Looks like maybe the 8-yard line.
And it's like Russell will take a timeout here. We'll take it with him here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
All right, we are back at the Riverbank here in Jackson, Kentucky. The Bobcats hosting the Red Devils. Right now, the defense hosting a nice stop, and then a penalty pushes the Red Devils back. Frazier in the backfield waiting on the snap. They're heavy on the left. They got one back, and they'll roll to the right, looking towards the end zone. He's going to make the pass, and it's caught for the touchdown. So Russell on 3rd and goal. After a Bobcat stop, they call a timeout, and with 4:15 on the clock, the Red Devils have tied this one up, just minus the point after.
Yeah, Rob, wasn't able to see the number there, but a very good whip route from the receiver there as he was able to stay behind the defender there and very good ball placement from Frazier there as he put the ball where it needed to be away from the defender and back to where the receiver could catch it.
So now they will attempt to tie it up with the point after. 14-13 your score. 4:15 on the clock here in the second quarter. Young man on to attempt the point after. The ball is down, kick is up, and that one is wide to the left. No good. So the score is 14-13. Russell not able to tie it. We'll take a quick break on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Welcome back to the Riverbank, folks. As we saw Russell put together a very good play call, Rob, and as I just mentioned over the break, I was afraid for the Bobcats that penalty could open up the playbook for Russell, and it just did as they were able to get a touchdown there.
You bring up an excellent point. You're at 3rd and 2 versus 3rd and 8. You got a little bit more options when you're backed off that
Definitely.
Goal line. So Russell able to toss it up to the end zone and get the score. 4:15 on the clock, 14-13 your score. The point after was no good. Here's the kickoff from the Red Devils. It'll fall back around the 20 and going to be caught by John Carter Holland. He's still on his feet up around the middle of the field, bounces off one man, dodges another one up to the 30, and he'll go out of bounds around the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. So Holland continually looking for another alley and another run. He made a 2 or 3 defenders that time, missed the tackle. Came almost all the way across the whole field as he picked that one up on the Russell side of things on the sideline.
Yeah, Rob, this is going to be a very big drive for the Bobcats to put some pressure on Russell, especially after they missed the extra point.
Well, with 4:05 on the clock here before halftime, you want to go down the field and score because Russell's going to get the ball back to start the third quarter.
Definitely, but you want to kill some time here, too, to make sure Russell doesn't get the ball back.
Right.
As we've seen last drive, they did a very good job moving the ball down the field.
Fake. A little screen to Thomas, makes the catch, up to the 40. Now he's up to the 45, and he falls forward. And that's enough for a Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down. Nice little pass from Holland over to Eli Thomas. Thomas picks up the first down, moves the sticks.
Once again, great body control from Eli Thomas. He's able to catch the pass and put the first defender to come his way on skates as we take a timeout here. I believe that was either, it don't matter who it was. We'll figure it out. We'll be back with you here in a minute, folks.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Frank's, Dixie Freeze, Eve Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
Folks, we are back, and we are right back to the action as the Bobcats get set. 2 receivers each side, bunch close to the line. They'll fake to Gibson, and they fake in the backfield. Holland throws it down deep, intended for Combs, and there's no pass interference.
Well,
And
Combs is shaking up after that play. We'll take a break.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this message.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
All right, folks, we are back. Thanks again to all of our sponsors. You've heard about these two tonight. Family Pharmacy scoring drives. Family Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. Thanks for sponsoring our scoring plays. And thanks to Buckhorn Children and Family Services for sponsoring all of our first downs. Buckhorn Children's and Family Services has been serving the area for over 100 years. Holland now set, give in the backfield. That's to Thomas. Thomas on his feet up to about the 45, probably mark it at the 44-yard line over in Red Devil territory.
Yeah, very good blocking from the Bobcat offensive line there. Of course, I was watching them play, watching little brother play a snap there. Very good for them doing
Give again to Thomas in the backfield, and he's going to be stopped right around the 45, maybe a pickup of 1-yard line.
Is that fourth down?
I didn't think it was, but yeah, this is. Yeah, that was third down. So this will bring up 4th and short.
I guess the chain gang is a little preemptive there.
Yeah, they were quick on the draw.
A little worried there. Okay, Coach Moore is in plus territory, and let's go for it here, Rob.
Yep, Bobcats will go for it. 2 minutes and 56 seconds left here in the first half.
I'll look for the Bobcats to use Miles Hollins' snap count. Of course, it worked earlier. We'll see if he can get it again. Nope, never mind.
Give to Gibson. Gibson falls forward, and it'll depend on the spot.
Definitely.
Looks to me like he's going to be close to the first down. He had Barnett blocking in front of him. Gibson gets to the line of scrimmage, and we'll see where they place it. I can see the line judge standing right at the sticks.
Ooh, it's going to be
a foot short, I believe.
They may bring out a measurement here.
And they will. I think the referee's going to take a official time and bring out the marker to check the spot of the ball.
I guess we can use this time to read some sponsors, Rob.
Sure will. Thanks again to ARH, More Health, More Care. ARH is more for Appalachia. Citizens Bank and Trust Company of Jackson, serving the financial needs of Breathitt County and Jackson. HCTC, where success coaches will help you stay on your path to success, thanks to Hazard Community and Technical College. Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply. Stop in and see Scott for all your electrical and plumbing needs. Jackson Medical Clinic. Come see them after hours, 7 days a week. And Jackson Physical Therapy and Colby Watts. Thanks to Colby for keeping our Bobcats on the field. That run was short of the first down marker.
Yeah, another big moment for this game, Rob. Of course, that was a drive where the Bobcats could put some dominance on their game right here because, of course, go up 1 or 2 more points
Exactly.
over the Red Devils, who have shown some real potency on offense. Of course, I say 1 or 2 points because I'm kind of thinking they'll score rest of the night after some offensive woes here early.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Russell misses that extra point, makes it 14-13, and now they come out with a big defensive stop. They bow up and stop the Bobcats on 4th down, and Frazier will come out, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 backs, 1 each side. Frazier waits on the snap. He'll take it, roll to his left, look down the field. He's going to throw across the middle. A high pass, got a couple of guys back there, knocked down, incomplete by Kylan Combs.
Very good. Very good from Kylan Combs. We've talked about him we've talked about him a few times all year because we really don't see a lot of safety work from him. We mostly see it from Adam Spencer. They use Kylan for some pressure here and there. But very good job from him. He has got great football knowledge.
Yes,
he's a very big asset for this Bobcat secondary.
A good football IQ and a good man to have back there at the safety position for the Bobcats. 2:19 on the clock, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line for the Red Devils over on the right hash. Same set, 3 receivers to the left. And the direct snap to Frazier. He'll keep it, looks up inside, and he's going to be tackled. Pickup of maybe about 3 yards. We'll see where the spot is.
Yeah, we are really seeing why Frazier is the leading rusher now. Yeah. Looks like the Red Devils are very big fans of this quarterback power.
Yeah, and he's a good running back too. He's built to be a running quarterback. He's got some good size and
he's been able to, and he can pass the ball very well as we've seen, and his stats show tonight or shown over the season.
Yeah, 2 receivers to the right now, 1 to the left, 1 back to the left. I guess that 3rd receiver would be just split off the line over there, just outside of being a tight end, and he's looking short to him. Frazier dancing around, flushed out of the backfield by Gibson. He's going to throw it forward and almost looked like a man making a play on the ball was Burton, but it'll go out of bounds, incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and about 7 for the Red Devils from the 46-yard line.
Very good coverage from the Bobcats, taking away anything downfield. And once again, we've said this before, great job applying pressure by the Bobcat defense.
Well,
and also, big play there because the incomplete pass stops the ball.
Stops.
And looks like the Red Devils will elect a punt. Bobcats could get a good return here and still be in position to score here, Rob.
One of our keys to the game was the Bobcats shutting off that short pass, and so far they've done that with great coverage. Punt team on for the Red Devils. Young man puts the boot to it. It's going to be a long punt. Going to fall back around the 25, take a Red Devil bounce, and it's going to roll all the way up to about the 16-yard line. So with 1:19 on the clock, the Bobcats will have another Buckhorn Children and Family Services 1st down, and it's going to be spotted around the 17-yard line.
Yeah, good punt from the Red Devils there. Of course, takes away my comment about saying a good return, as that punt was kind of like a line drive and took a very good bounce for the Red Devils and puts the Bobcats at about their own, what is that, the
17. Spotted on the 17-yard line. Yeah, a low but long punt on the kick. Like you said, a line drive. Took a good bounce for Russell. 2 receivers each side for the Bobcats now. Gibson just to the right of Holland. And the fake from Miles and a screen pass over to John Carter. And he's up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down.
Yeah, very good job by Miles getting that out. Of course, that linebacker or outside edge guy was there trying to slap the ball down. Brings up another Buckhorn Children and Family Services 1st down for the Bobcats, as they really need to get the ball moving here, Rob.
Holland sits back in the pocket. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got a little running room. He's going to get out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So with 1 minute on the clock, Holland, good coverage by the Red Devils. Holland has to get out of there. And once again, we see him for the 3rd or 4th time tonight elect to keep it. And he picks up positive yards, moves the ball for the Bobcats. It'll bring up 2nd and about 5 for Breathitt High. 2 receivers each side. Holland, short pass, caught by John Carter. And he's ran out of bounds around the 44-yard line. I think they'll mark it at the 45.
Yeah, very good job by the Bobcats playing the sideline here, Rob.
Yes.
Now, as the Bobcats keep getting these little 5-6-yard passes, you would look to see them maybe open up a play here.
Yeah, I think so. You might go a little deeper with this pass. 2 receivers each side. Holland sits back in the pocket, plenty of time, throws long. He's got Austin Barker went up for that one, skied up, but couldn't get 2 hands on it. It'll fall incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10 from the 45.
Yeah, very close to a big play for the Bobcats there. Of course, maybe a little overthrown there as Barker was able to get one hand up and well,
good effort. Good
very
effort.
good effort from Barker. He's one. Yeah.
Holland once again in the pocket, flushed out of there. Little screen play over to Gibson. He's got it, still on his feet. Dodges one tackle, picks up the first down, and he's up to about the 34-yard line. So a great screenplay, great play call.
Definitely.
By Coach Moore.
Was about to comment on that. Of course, Russell's going to look for a deeper pass here, Rob, as the time is ticking down. And defensive line is going to go all out in an all-pass situation. So the Bobcats take great advantage here and run a screenplay and get some awesome yardage out of it. Bobcats take a timeout here. We're going to take it with them.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
So a great play call by Coach Moore. That equals that screenplay when the line just lets the defensive line go, and it looked like everybody was settling out coming after Miles. Miles dumps that little pass off to Jaden Gibson.
Definitely.
And Gibson with a nice run after the reception for the pickup of the first down. Bobcats with 30 seconds on the clock here in the first half.
And Rob, I don't mind to cut in, but you really don't see a lot of these middle screens from the Bobcats, and teams may not have been prepared for it. So, of course, as a defensive lineman knows, usually if you get a free go to the quarterback, you want to take it. But the Bobcats take great advantage there of what the Red Devils want to do on that play and get a big play with the screen.
2 receivers each side. Holland sits back, flushed out of the pocket. Looks for a man. He's got one. Oh, what a catch. And that is Adam Spencer with keeping his toes in bounds as he makes the catch.
Yeah, great toe tap catch by Adam Spencer. Of course, we talked about him a lot in Carter's absence.
Yeah.
And that he is a great utility for the Bobcats. Of course, he took over that bubble screen role that Carter had. Let's see what the Bobcats can do to end out this quarter.
So another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Bobcats. 23 seconds on the clock. They're thinking touchdown. Holland sits back in the pocket, throws across the middle. He's got Thomas. Thomas with the catch and the score. 17 seconds on the clock. Eli Thomas cuts across the middle of the field, makes the reception, and into the end zone for the Bobcats, and another 6 points.
Perfect execution by the Bobcats on the 1-minute drill here, Rob. They do a very good job of throughout the entire drive, keeping the sideline and using very minimal timeouts. Of course, in high school, you get a bit of a leeway with first downs like you do in college.
Yeah.
So Bobcats doing a very good job driving the ball down the field, and a great way to cap it off there is Eli Thomas gets about a 30-ish, 25-ish yard touchdown catch.
25, 30 yards, at least 25. And here's the hold. The kick is blocked, and kick is no good as it's blocked, and it'll fall. 17 seconds on the clock. 20-13 your score. We'll be back after this match. Thanks again to Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic. If you've been injured, call Dr. Howard. He can help with auto accidents and workers' comp claims. Thanks to Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home for CarQuest Auto Parts. Jiffy Mart, get in and out in a jiffy with gas, groceries, and a great meat department. And, of course, Rose Brothers Department Store, locations in Jackson and Bateville. Stop by and see all those fine folks and tell them you heard about them on Bluegrass Sports Nation here during Bobcat coverage. 17 seconds on the clock. We got a great ball game. 20-13 your score. Couple of blocked and missed extra points. and this one is just 7 points away from being tied up. Good kick by Spencer Russell with the receptions. Got a man up the sideline. We got a flag. He's dragged down on the sideline, but we got a flag coming in also.
Yeah, it looks like some disagreement on the Russell sideline. So it looks like this one's going to be coming back here, Rob.
I believe so.
Of course, as I was about to say, Bobcat kick coverage looked a little off there. Of course, that could be explained away as the penalty.
Yeah, that could be part of the penalty, maybe a hold or a block in the back. We'll see. But the young man made the kick
hold on the Red Devils.
So the young man made the reception and headed towards the sideline, and he picked up a lot of yards. I think that was number 13, if I'm correct. I believe I saw that number correct. Wyatt
Hudson, who's one of our defensive
standouts.
Yeah. So looks like he'll have the Blue Devils back on the they're in their own territory. Of course, after that return, I was going to say, what do the Blue Devils plan to do? And that still stands here. You have 10 seconds left. Do you go for a shot, or are you content with maybe running the ball and seeing something breaks off and then getting the ball after half?
Yeah, you bring up a good point. And the penalty changes things a lot because the Red Devils would have had the ball clear in Bobcat territory, and now they're back on their own 27-yard line, 28-yard line. So the snap to Frazier, handoff in the backfield. A young man still on his feet, picks up the first down, finally brought down by Combs after a pickup of a bunch of yards. Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down and picked up the 10 yards and more. I want to say probably 7 or 8 more yards.
It's like Russell's called a timeout here too.
3 seconds.
Yeah. Call a timeout. We'll take it with him or keep it here.
Take it with them. We'll be back.
Hazard Community and Technical College invites you to MiniCon on Friday, October 24th. From 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. in the Lee's College Campus Library. This free all-day event features that one show with host Brian Combs, Bloodshed in the Bluegrass with hosts Sheena Yoder and Bree Warner, local ghost hunting group Yellow Jacket Paranormal, author Tasha Fugit, multimedia production duo Mike and Charles Schaus, and Apple Shop's Appalachian Media Institute representative Tommy Anderson. Everyone is welcome. Dress in cosplay and bring your own tabletop and card games and enjoy a fun, creative day with the HCTC community.
Bluegrass Sports Nation, 3 seconds left in the first half, 20-13 your score. Frazier and the Red Devils trying to go big here to end the first half. He's going to sit back in the pocket, flushed out there with the screenplay, makes the catch. Number of Bobcats there to make the tackle, but he's still on his feet, brought down around the 45-yard line, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Your score still 20-13. We'll be back after this message on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
SEC Auto Sales, located at 1557 Highway 15 South in Jackson, is the fastest growing pre-owned dealership in the area. Whether you're looking for a used or new-to-you vehicle, SEC has you covered. Think you can't get finance? Well, think again. They have the best interest rates available, serving all of Eastern Kentucky. Let them show you an easy buying experience. Come on down and see Jeff, Dwayne, and the rest of the gang. Call 606-272-6888 or visit them online at secautosales.com. Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hazard Community and Technical College invites you to MiniCon on Friday, October 24th from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. in the Lee's College Campus Library. This free all-day event features That One Show with host Brian Combs, Bloodshed in the Bluegrass with hosts Sheena Yoder and Bree Warner, local ghost hunting group Yellow Jacket Paranormal, author Tasha Fugit, multimedia production duo Mike and Charles Schaus, and Apple Shop's Appalachian Media Institute representative Tommy Anderson. Everyone is welcome. Dress in cosplay and bring your own tabletop and card games and enjoy a fun, creative day with the HCTC community.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, East Kentucky Chiropractic, and Quantum Healthcare. We want to be your medical home of the mountains, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, x-ray, lab, transportation, case management, sliding fee scale, and 340B drug pricing. Little Flower Clinic, 279 East Main Street, open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m., 487-9505, and Quantum Healthcare, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m., 436-0711, or visit our webpage, kymha.com.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Frank's, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
All right, folks, we are back here. 6:59 still on the clock in intermission between the Russell Red Devils and the Breathitt Bobcats. Your score 20-13, Bobcats on top. Just run down the scoring real quick. Of course, Jaden Gibson strikes first for the Bobcats in the first quarter with a nice little 12-yard reception. Point after was good by Spencer. And running on down the clock to 2:21, the defense of Russell with an interception. Takeaway on that one, the touchdown, and the point after was good. And in the second quarter, with 7:42 on the clock, once again, Jaden Gibson for the Bobcats, this time on the ground. He'll run that one in for about a 3-yard score. Point after was good. And then the pass was good for Russell with 4:15 on the clock to put them back in scoring position, put them on the board. And then with 17 seconds on the clock, Holland to Eli Thomas for a pass. Point after was good, or no good, was blocked by Russell, and that makes your score 20-13 here at the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex on senior night for the Bobcats. We talked a little bit about the rivalry between these two clubs and the implications when these two get together. We go all the way back, thanks to Uncle John for giving us an update. In 1978, Russell came to Breathitt and beat them on an undefeated streak. BHS was undefeated at that time when Russell beat them. So you're going all the way back to 1978. That's a good year. That was the year I was born, but it was not good for the Bobcats.
Yeah.
So we've been trying to catch up with some of the history between the two ball clubs. We talked about the '95 game, the 2002, and 2007. Bobcats made the trip over to Russell, and just been an interesting talk up here with us, going back and forth talking about the two ball clubs and the things that we know about them and the way they've changed over the years. A run heavy team when I played them back in '95. Probably the same way in 2002 when Darren played against the Red Devils. Yeah, and they always had some massive linemen. They always brought some guys in that were all staters, and I remember that. I remember that part well, being up front with those big guys. So, Evan,
Yeah, Rob, it's this, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Great history, but
yeah,
I think we really need to get back to the root of what tonight is, and it's the seniors.
it is.
Yeah.
That's where I was going.
Of course,
to.
I really wanted to do a little pregame. Of course, I was on the field with my little brother, and this is a very good group. Of course, it's a group we are both very in tune with. You coach them in Lumberjacks. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, I've played with them, and it's just a very good group and a big night for them. They've grown up together. They're almost like brothers. I know recently the moms have really come together and done a lot for them. And they had senior week this week. And on top of all that, I know they make time every Thursday to come together and meet over on Lakeside at one of the houses over there and just have a dinner and just enjoy the brotherhood they have.
Well, you talk about brotherhood and you talk about your experience with these seniors, and I can't. It was very hard for me to read these guys as I went down the list and listen to the things they want to do and to think about the way I've got to watch them grow up. All these guys made a trip north with us as coaches to Indianapolis. Every one of these seniors was on that Lumberjack team that went to an invitational tournament where, a little old team from Breathitt County wasn't going to do much. And this 5-6 team went to the final game and came away runners-up. And the 3-4 age group actually made it to the semifinals. We were one of those last 4 teams in the semis, and we were at that point we were undefeated for 2 years as a 3-4 team. So, but this senior club has been together for many years, and that in itself builds a brotherhood of confidence. You know that that guy beside of you is going to do what he needs to do to make that tackle, to make that block, to break you free. You know, if you're Jaden Gibson and you're sitting in the backfield, you're not worried about Sawyer, Carson, or Waylon or Kobe. You're not worried about those guys because you've played with them for so long, and you know their tendencies and you know what they're going to do. And
Definitely.
you can't say enough about this senior-led ball club. And just like you said,
It's a lot to get emotional about too,
Yeah.
because like I said, I have a very good bond with these guys. I blocked for both the Gibson brothers.
Yeah.
I played either side with Waylon and Sawyer
Sawyer.
flanking me when I
Yeah.
was at center. Of course, didn't get a year to play with my little brother on the line, dude.
Injury.
Yeah, injury, and he would have been more of a defensive asset that year. As I was on the offensive line my senior year, we were had positions already well set, but Carson would have been a great the defensive key. Kobe Bird's always been a player that's not been scared to take adversity and step up when he needs to. Of course, that's the guys I'm close with on offensive line and blocking for those guys. Austin Barker's another great one. He's a good guy. He's a great guy I can sit down and have a conversation with. Carter, Carter as well, another player I've blocked for. It's just so much like nostalgia and whatnot.
You talk about, and you used one word there, and I think that's a word that we would describe not only the linemen up front, but everybody on this team has been an asset at one point or another. You think about Alex Strong, taken out of his senior year by injury, but the young guy got moved from corner to linebacker.
Definitely.
And he was an exceptional defensive linebacker and was probably one of the leading tacklers when he was taken away from
I'm
injury.
fairly certain when we were looking at the, I think Hazard was that first week. He was on the injury report.
Yes, he was on the first.
He was the second leading tackler.
He was. So you use the word asset, and that's just something that you could describe each one of these seniors being on this ball club and on the ball clubs that they've served throughout the year, through the middle school years. You know, we didn't say much about their middle school career, but they went deep in the playoffs in their middle school career. I think Greenup County was the team that knocked them out before the semifinal round. So this bunch has been successful their whole career, and they have completely stirred up the football world when you think about a team coming out of Eastern Kentucky, especially a youth club and a middle school club making a little bit of a noise. And that's what happens when you put a group of guys together like that. You know, going back to 95, we had 16 of us. I say 16 because Jeremy Noble had been with us all of our career, even though he opted to be the manager and not play in high school. There was 15 of us on the field, and we always counted Jug as one of those players, being a 16th senior. So it's just a phenomenal bond that is created when you're a young club and you get those guys together. And like I said, you know their tendencies. And I can't say enough about this group of seniors. Like you said, they're all an asset to their team. And just going forward, I don't think we can say enough about these young men and what they're going to accomplish going forward.
Yeah, Rob. Now that we've got the mushy gushy stuff out of the way, talking about these guys, let's go back to some football and talk about what these teams need to look to do to get the W here tonight.
Yeah, both these clubs trying to trying to make conversions. Defensive fronts both playing very well. I'm really pleased. You know, we talked about the keys of the game. I'm pleased the way the Bobcats have been playing defense. For the most part, their pass defense has been great. You know, we've seen a short pass that turned into a long run, and the Russell running game, like we talked about early on. They've got 4 or 5 guys that can take the ball out of the backfield, much like the Bobcats do, and it can spread it around. And tonight, it's been Caden Binge, the sophomore running back for the Red Devils, that's really been causing a stir up front.
Definitely, Rob. And something I want to bring, of course, you bring up the Red Devil offense. I want to bring up their defense. They've done, of course, we've seen some lapses here and there. Eli Thomas is one of those explosive runners that can just fight through adversity. But the defense has done a very good job of containing Thomas. And we've seen a little bit tonight. Thomas getting a little gassed against this defense. So they're giving him a good run for his money. Of course, the Bobcats have other backs that can fill that role when Thomas needs a breather, as we saw in the red zone drive with Jaden Gibson, as he had 3 rushes and punched one into the end zone to go for 2 on the night. Let's see if he can maybe pull up a hat trick here on senior night.
Well, as you say too, we talk about defense and you talk about giving flowers and talking about the things that are going right for kids on the field, and that Russell defense really got the game going for them when they got that interception and took it to the house for the pick six, and that really got things going for Russell, and that was a big swing of momentum for them. And got them right in the ball game, and it's kept them close. This is a 2-score game without that interception. So, the Bobcats, they've got to come out and do just what they did to start the game, assert themselves on the ground game, and open up that those passing lanes for Miles and for those wide receivers. Defensively, I think if you're Coach Maynard, this is a tie ball game if you're counting it as a heavyweight fight. Both of these rounds have went right to the buzzer, so to speak, coming down right to it. It's a 1-score game, and that difference just being maybe the time on the clock. We've seen Russell have to punt it away a couple times.
Yeah.
And props to Coach Moore. Coach Moore putting the strength on the defense and saying, guys, go out there and get us the ball back. I'm going to rest my offense. I've got confidence in you. Go out on the field. 4th and 1, we punted away. Defense causes a 3 and out. So
yeah, and I was just about to comment on that. You were talking about opening up the passing lanes and whatnot, and I was just about to butt in and say, first we got to have the Bobcat defense come out here and continue their streak of playing very well tonight.
Yeah, we need them to come out strong right here as Russell will get the ball back to open up the 3rd quarter here from the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex. I would like to say happy birthday to Coach Mike Holcomb. Today is his birthday, and I told him that I hoped when I got his age I looked as good as he did on the way up here. He thought that was rather funny. I'm not going to say how old he is, but I'll tell you later.
All right.
So the Bobcats come out onto the field to kick this one off. And Russell will be off to our right to receive. In case those are wondering, Coach Holcomb is 56 and holding.
Oh, he might get you for that. Mm-hmm.
So we're lined up on the field. Looks like we're waiting on the clock, maybe. Russell back to receive. And Spencer out with the ball on the tee, ready to kick, just waiting on the clock, waiting from the signal from Mr. Referee. Clock drawn up at 12 minutes. We'll get ready to get the 3rd quarter underway. Trying to see who we got back deep for the Red Devils. I can't see the numbers from where we're sitting. Little squib kick, going to take a bounce, and it hits one player, and they got a fall on it back around the 26-yard line. So good kick by Spencer. It was a little squib up the middle, took a good bounce over to the Red Devils' left side of the field.
Yeah.
It did touch one player, and another one had to cover it up.
And we've seen that a lot tonight. Has Russell's having some trouble receiving or covering these kicks as the squib kick kind of bounces around, and they have a lot of trouble and let it bounce back into their 2nd and 3rd level of the return team.
It's like that first guy's trying to stay away from it and let somebody else pick it up. Kind of a dangerous situation when you do that. So the Red Devils come out, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and maybe a wing type back up at just behind the line of scrimmage. Frazier going to sit back, thought about it. He's going to run out to his right, makes a point. Barnett there to make the hit. Pass goes incomplete. Barnett there to put the pressure on Frazier and make the tackle or make the sack. Frazier just able to get it out of his hands just before the sack was made.
Yeah, but,
so good tackle by Braden, even though the ball was going away.
Yeah, almost very close to an interception on that play, Rob, as the receiver was covered very well on the play.
Yes, very, very well covered. Ball goes incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. Ball from the 26-yard line over on the left hash. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Frazier gets the offense set, waits on the snap, 1 back just to his right. That's Binge again. Going to throw deep down the middle of the field. Got a guy back there. Goes up for the catch. He makes the snag with 2 defenders.
Looks like this one may come back, Rob, as we have a flag in the backfield. And it looks like it may be in the area of a holding.
So the ball is going to be sat down, but it's going to be brought back. I think you're correct. It's probably a holding. So one of the first big pass plays we've seen completed. And it is a holding call on Russell. So that pass will be negated, and they'll have to walk this one back.
Yeah, I think the Russell offensive line held number 59, Trenton Noble, a lot on that play. He was taking 2 blockers on the play, and looks like he was doing a very good job driving them back, and the referee thought there may have been a hand where it shouldn't have been.
Trenton, another young fellow that just found an opportunity, like you mentioned earlier, due to the injury that came to Sawyer Hall. And Sawyer was out for a week or two, and Trenton stepped up and has made the best of his opportunity as he's anchoring that right side of the defensive line for the Bobcats. Frazier, 2 receivers each side, 1 back just to his right, takes the snap, sits back in the pocket. He's going to try to throw it out of there again, flushed, little screen pass, and the back makes the catch, but he's going to be tackled. Maybe, I think he's just shy of the initial line of scrimmage, up close to the 25. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 24.
Yeah, brings up a 3rd and long for the
third
Red
about
Devils
12.
here. Yeah.
So it looks like 28 Binge was the receiver that time as he came out of the backfield. He was at the running back position, came out, make the short reception, and run after, gets them up close to the initial line of scrimmage after the penalty. So 3rd and 12 for Russell. Empty backfield. Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Frazier going to throw it, going to get it out of there. Throws deep down the field, high pass, and it's going to be caught. I thought maybe we had a push off, but I don't see any kind of pass interference call. Did he catch it out of bounds?
No. Looks like he'll go down as a
Yeah, it's going to be a
reception.
Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Red Devils on a big 3rd down and 12 completion as they get the ball over into Bobcat territory on that pass play. 10:20 on the clock.
Yeah, Rob. You said you may have saw a push off there. I think the DB just slipped on the play, and which allowed the number 14, Kanan Jacobs, just to get open there.
So 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back each side of Frazier. He'll take the snap, give in the backfield to Binge. Binge up the middle, still on his feet. And Caleb Neese there to make the initial tackle and bring Binge down, but not after he picks up enough yards for another Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Red Devils.
Yeah, it was almost like a 12 or 13-yard run on the play there, Rob. Yeah. The Red Devil offense is picking up some pace here. Of course, it looked like they were pinned very deep in the back on the holding call, and but they get a very big pass on a 3rd down here that set them up very well in plus territory.
Red Devils get set with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Binge gets the carry up inside, and he's going to be tackled just past the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of 1. Yeah. Waylon Abner there on the tackle.
Yeah, grabbing ankles there on the play as a
that was Jordan Rowe on the carry.
Yeah, like I was saying, Waylon Abner getting down on the ground there and able to wrapping up on his ankle to stop Rowe right in his tracks and allowed him to get tackled there. It looks like a
pickup of 3.
About a gain of 3.
So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Red Devils. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Trying to see the running back number. Got a different back in the backfield. He'll take the handoff, and he's going to be tackled.
33.
Immediately, number 33 is Lane Osborne. That'll be his 2nd carry of the night.
Oh, looks like we got a flag. Someone's fighting.
I thought maybe the ball might have came loose.
Yeah, looked like may have. I think that might be the no. I have no clue where it's the it's the fumble pouch or the loose ball pouch, or if it's a flag due to the both being pink.
I thought maybe Carson Miller may have come up with a fumble recovery there. Bobcat defense trying to get the fans into this one.
It's like a personal foul on the offense.
So personal foul against Russell, that'll walk them back 15 yards.
Personal foul on Breathitt too, offsetting penalties.
And an offsetting penalty, so the ball won't move.
Yeah, looks like of course, close games. You see players get a little chippy here and there. So
it's been a very clean and a very good sportsmanship game up to this point. So both emotions running high.
As you've said all night, though, Rob, two teams have a long history together.
Yes, they do, and a lot of implications in the games that they've played. This one with a lot of RPI points involved. Frazier waits on the snap. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. He'll throw to the right. Pass is caught, but he's tackled immediately by Jason Combs.
Yeah, Russell offense doing a little bit of the RPO action we talked about pregame, and him taking advantage of the Bobcats run committing there on a third and manageable situation. Of course, now we got a 4th and 1. We'll see what the Red Devils elect to do here. Of course, we've seen them pass in some run situations here tonight. They may bank on the Bobcats kind of selling out on the run on this 4th and short situation and try to go for a pass here.
Well, we've not seen a hard count by them either, so the defense needs to be aware of when the ball moves here on 4th and 1. 7:42 on the clock, and looks like they're going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them as the Red Devils need to talk it up. 7:39 still on the clock. Your score 20-13. Bobcat defense trying to stand tall on a 4th and 1, and the Red Devils need this conversion to keep this drive going here in the third quarter. They took a quick timeout to talk it over. We'll see what they draw up. First time we've seen this set tonight. Put a man in motion. He'll come over to the right, and they're going to run it. The pitch over to Binge. He lowers the shoulder, drives forward for the first down. So Binge that time picking up the first down. Buckhorn Children's and Family Services once again sponsoring our first downs. We appreciate them, and the Red Devils move the chains.
Yeah, Rob, good play call from the Red Devils there. Of course, on a very 4th and short situation, you kind of expect the ball to go up the middle or inside or in between the tackles. Good on the Red Devils there for taking the outside zone approach.
Yeah, no receivers that time. Everybody watching the run, and that time Ben's just being the guy that's toted the ball the most for them tonight, and he takes the pitch and picks up the first down. Red Devils with 4 more downs to go to work. A little trap play this time, and it's going to be tackled. I believe that might have been Trenton Noble in there.
I think that was Hall as well.
Yeah, I saw your Hall. My bad.
Yeah, really easy to tell with them pink spats on, of course, in support of breast cancer, as the month of October has not ended yet. And as tonight's Halloween, Rob, something we haven't really got the chance to mention tonight.
Happy Halloween. Bobcat defense getting lined back up. Here comes the Red Devils out. Looks like 1 receiver each side. 1 back each side of Frazier. 2 receivers now out to the right. My bad. Frazier waiting on the snap. He'll take it. Fakes inside. Throws toward the end zone and almost picked off. But it'll go incomplete. Looked like, is that Kylan Combs?
Yeah, that was Kylan.
Looked like Kylan was going to bring that one down out of the air.
And looks like we have a receiver down for the Red Devils. We'll take a quick break here until he gets up.
For over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Thanks again to our fine sponsors, Rose Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson and Bateville. Jiffy Mart, get in and out in the Jiffy. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for CarQuest Auto Parts. Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic. If you've been injured, give Dr. Howard a call. He can help with accidents and workers' compensation claims.
3rd and long here for the Red Devils as they have a 3rd and 7 here, Rob.
Frazier sits back in the pocket. He's got plenty of time. Now he's going to be flushed out of there, trying to get back, and he's going to be sacked. The Bobcats able to run him out of there. And a host of Bobcats. Sawyer Hall among one of those. Jagger Burton back there putting some pressure on him too. And just a number of Bobcats coming out of the pile. Waylon Abner.
Sack of 3 yards here, Rob. It's going to be a very interesting sack to divvy up between the players. But Bobcats getting very good pressure. We said this in the first half. The defensive line is playing very well. Doing a great job anchoring the defense tonight.
So as you say, at 3rd and manageable, it's going to turn into 4th and long, 4th and 11 from the 20-yard line. So the Red Devils come out and get set. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1 back each side of Frazier. He'll sit back in the pocket, looks downfield. He's going to throw it, and we get a flag, and that'll be pass interference.
Yeah, looks like the DB got a shove on the receiver.
Yeah, sometimes that calls 50-50, but that one was right out there for most of us to see it. Pass interference call will go against the Bobcats, I do believe.
Yeah, and you got to hate that if you're a Bobcat fan because that was looked to be a little overthrown on the play. Would have been a fourth down even without would have been a turnover on downs even without the push, Rob. So Bobcat defense almost off the field here. Got to bow up now deep in their own territory.
So the pass interference call penalty will move it to the 10-yard line.
No, still fourth down.
Still fourth down. So fourth and short.
Guess I forget it's only
it's going to be 4th and 1, I believe.
And the rest are still
from the 10-yard line
a little bit. I thought it was a 15-yard penalty.
I thought it was too. He picked up the flag. We're going to see where they move the ball. Yeah, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty and a pickup of a first down, I believe.
Yeah, so as I was saying,
move the chains.
Bobcats have to really bow up in their own territory here. It looks like the ball is spotted at the 5-yard line.
Yep.
So big time here for the Bobcat defense.
Yeah, the defense got to pick up the slack here and try to make up the difference on the penalty. Ball on the 5-yard line now, 1st and goal for the Red Devils. Russell will come out in that same set that they pitched the ball to Benj just a minute ago. Picked up a big 4th down conversion. So we've got no receivers, one back each side of Frazier. Benj behind him. They'll give to him. He goes around the right side, tackled immediately. That is Carson Miller
and Jaden Gibson. And on the tackle there, very good from them. Jaden Gibson did a good job jumping in there and getting on the tackle, and Carson Miller coming in for the cleanup. Bobcats have looked, we've said it all night.
Yeah.
Knock on wood here, Rob. Run defenses looked very good.
Yeah, defense playing well. We'll see what they do here on 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line, or from the 6-yard line now for Russell. Now mark him back 1 yard. It'll be on the right hash going in from the 6. 4:57 on the clock. Your score still 20-13. Russell trying to get into the end zone and try to tie this one up. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for the Red Devils. Bench just to the left. Frazier going to keep it, and he is tackled at the 5. Ball comes out. Frazier lost a handle on the ball on the tackle, and the Bobcats have recovered the fumble.
Wow.
Wow, what a stand by the Bobcats as Sawyer Hall comes out there, says, I've got the ball. Here you go, Mr. Ref. Mm-hmm. So a takeaway by the defense. We've talked about it all night. Defense stands strong with 4:33 on the clock to take it away from the Red Devils on, on a goal line play, basically.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, the Red Devils were maybe banking on the Bobcats selling out on the pass here. Of course, from the 5-yard line, you'd be like, selling on the pass here. But of course, they got a good touchdown pass off that earlier on the whip route.
Yep.
And they go for something you see the Eagles run at the NFL level is like a QB draw like they did there. But Frazier met Sawyer Hall right in the hole. And it's a big man to meet in the hole. And it makes him lose the ball. Great play by the Bobcat defense.
Good hard tackle by Sawyer. We bring out a heavy set in the backfield, or up front in the backfield. We got Thomas. Thomas breaks free. Going to fall forward up to about the 10-yard line. Yeah, maybe the 11. We'll see where they spot it.
Bobcats may look to slow down the game here a bit, Rob. Kill some clock. Of course, still a very close game. Bobcats could put their stamp on it here by getting another score and having another great defensive stand like they just had.
Well, we talk about clock management a lot. There's 3 facets: offense, defense, and special teams. But if you want to go a step deeper, let's talk about clock management, a strategy by the play callers and the coaching staff. As you see the heavy set come out again, they give in the backfield. This time is going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. So the give by Holland to was that Barnett or Thomas on the carry? I think that was
may have been Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas is back there.
So Rob, and if the Bobcats get the first down here, which is a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 4 situation here for them, they do have the facilities to go ahead and kill the rest of the clock in this quarter and go ahead and force us into the 4th.
Yeah, they could do that, and that might be the train of thought by Coach Kyle Moore. 3rd and 4 for the Bobcats. Looks like 5 from the way the sticks are marked. Ball on the 11-yard line. 2 receivers each side. Holland will get set. Gibson just to his right. Here's the snap. Holland going to roll out, steps up in the pocket. He's going to keep it. He's still on his feet. He'll fall forward.
Ooh,
did the ball come out on Holland?
Ball may have came out on him, but it's like the referees may say he was down on the play. I don't know what's going on.
We got Russell saying they picked up the ball on the fumble, and we got the referees saying that Miles was down. So we'll see what the final call is. Referees. Yep. The white hat makes the call. Miles was down before the ball came out. So Bobcats dodge a bullet there.
And once again, very good play by Miles Holland. The play did not look like a designed quarterback run.
No.
Looks like he didn't see anything open. Good job by him to just go ahead and tuck the ball and get the first down.
Same set, 2 receivers each side. Gibson just to the right. Holland steps back in the pocket, throws across the middle, got a man there. It's caught. It's Thomas. Thomas at the 40, the 45, the 50, still on his feet, lowers the shoulder, rolls up to the 40. I think they'll mark him down at the 41.
Yeah, very similar to the play we saw earlier where he scored, Rob. The Russell defense is not covering the middle of the field very well, and Miles and Thomas are able to get a catching a run off where he's able to put the ball behind Eli Thomas. Very good ball placement from Miles Holland as I missed the play.
Give to Gibson, and Gibson's going to break it up to get tackled back at the line of scrimmage. He tried to run it inside, bounced it out to the right, and going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line. On the right hash for the Bobcats, 2 receivers each side. Holland waits on the snap. He'll make the screen play over to John Carter. John Carter still on his feet. He'll be run out of bounds around the 32. The line judge is saying he stepped out on that first movement, so it's going to be a 36-yard line.
Brings up a 3rd and medium for the Bobcats here.
Gibson will come out, and Barnett will come in.
I would maybe look for the Bobcats to kind of go off that Fox route we talked earlier about, Rob, because the Russell defense is fighting very hard on that screen right now.
Thomas inside, and he'll bounce forward to about the 31. So we'll see where the spot is. I think it's going to be at the 31-yard line.
Looks like it's going to
short.
Yeah, Mark, just no.
No, it has to be a first down. Yeah, it's going to be a Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Cats. So they flip a coin and draw up the 4 more downs. Give Barnett in the backfield. Barnett going to roll forward, tackled by 3 Russell defenders at about the 31. So no movement that time.
Yeah. Of course, depending on how the second down play goes here, Rob, I would look for the Bobcats to go ahead and I know I said at the beginning of the drive, and they've really not listened to what I've had to say, but maybe slow down the game a little bit here and finish out this quarter.
Well, they're using up a lot of clock. We got 107 on the clock. First down or 2nd and 10 on that after that play. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Barnett as the H-back. He'll block for Thomas. Thomas going to be tackled again close to the 30. So really no pickup on that get run.
Yeah, the Russell defense is doing a very good job picking up on the inside run right now, Rob. We've seen it in 2 back-to-back plays. Number 58 with a good tackle. Number 58, Brody Smith with a very good tackle there for no gain for the Bobcats.
2 receivers each side. Holland tries the hard count. Looks back to Coach Moore for the play. Barnett just to the right. Holland sits back. Rolls out to his right. He'll keep it again. Still on his feet. Lowers the shoulder. Still trying to drive forward up to about the 25-yard line. So Holland that time was, as we've seen that 4 or 5 times tonight, is he doesn't like where his receivers are, and Russell with good coverage, and he opts to keep it and go forward. And that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. As you said, Bobcats run it deep into the Red Devil territory, and we'll take a break. We'll be back with the 4th quarter on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fresh 12 minutes on the clock. 4th quarter. It's here. This is the game, 20-13. It's been a close one thus far. And We will flip sides of the field. So the Bobcats will be going in just to our left from the 25-yard line over on the right hash. Russell out on the field defensively. The Bobcats offense still huddled around Coach Moore here in front of us. They'll finally break the huddle out from the sideline and take the field.
Yeah, Rob, we may see some trickery happen here like we saw against West Carter, as it's a 4th and 4 here. Russell's done very good defending the run so far, and the pass has been covered very well, of course, by the legs of been covered very well in the past few plays. Of course, the legs of Miles Holland has kept this drive alive so far with a run that makes it a 4th and 4 here.
Holland in the huddle, but Holland comes out as a receiver. And in the backfield, we have Gibson and Barnett ready to take
and the
Wildcat snap. And Russell
doesn't look like the look of that.
Russell will take a timeout. We'll take it. Thanks, folks, for being with us here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We got a ball game, 20-13, with the last 12 minutes wound up on the clock here for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Rob, and the Bobcats are looking to make it a 2-possession game, but right now they have a 4th and 4 to overcome, and a 4th and 4 may not seem like a lot, but it can be a lot when you don't have another play after.
Same set. Bobcats come out in the Wildcat formation, put a couple guys in motion. They'll move Barnett over to the left, and Gibson will take the snap. He drops the ball, picks it back up, and he's going to change. Oh, they're going to throw it up to Holland. He's open. Miles Holland walks into the end zone. A flag down in the backfield.
Yeah, it looks like something may have just not have worked there. I mean,
looked like
very much a busted play. That was that was definitely a designed run. So yeah, it looks like this one's not going to stand.
I'm trying to see if that was actually Gibson or if that was John Carter. I think it was Gibson, wasn't it?
That was Gibson, yes.
So we got Laundry on the field with 11:53. Bobcat Nation here in front of us wanting a touchdown, but we'll see what the call is as the flag came out over from the line judge on the Russell sideline.
Yeah, ineligible
receiver.
Yeah.
So after the penalty, the Bobcats move back to the 30-yard line. It's going to be 4th and about 9. So 2 receivers each side for Miles Holland as he steps back to play quarterback. Gibson just to his right. Holland takes the snap, sets back in the pocket, looking. He's going to run it. Still on his feet, and he gets tackled just short of the sticks, out of bounds. Miles trying to wheel his team to the first down marker and comes up just shy.
And we have I think I saw a flag, maybe. I don't know. I saw something go up in there. Guess eyes are playing tricks.
Some extracurricular over on the sideline, I believe, as the referee's talking it over with Russell and trying to get some of those guys backed up. But I think Russell's going to take over.
Yeah. Maybe if there was a flag on the play, it may go on something that occurred after.
Yeah. So it looks like the ball's going to be spotted on the 22-yard line. It'll be on the left hash for Russell as they take over on downs. Carson Miller talking to the rest of the defensive core, trying to get everybody set up front. Control your emotions right now, very important for the Bobcats. Frazier takes a snap, fakes, going to go deep down the field, throws it long, and he overthrows him, incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like Frazier just made the wrong read on the RPO there, Rob. Didn't look like a designed pass play. The hitch wasn't open, so he just goes ahead and tries to throw the deep route there. It was covered very well on the play.
Yeah, good coverage. Defensive backs were in position, had the wide receiver covered. So 11:39 on the clock, 20-13 still your score. 2nd and 10 now for the Red Devils. Ball still on the 22-yard line on the left hash. Frazier and the Red Devils will break the huddle. Looks like they got 2 receivers each side. Binge back as the running back beside Frazier just to his right. Frazier calls for the snap. Takes it, sits back in the pocket, trying to be flushed out of there. He's going to throw down the middle of the field. He's got Adam Spencer back there for an interception. Adam Spencer, I believe that's his 5th interception of the year. Am I right?
I'll get the stats, but man, Frazier had numbers Number 7, Griffin Fisher wide open. I was about to say that's a big play for the Red Devils. I'm not sure what he saw there. It was almost like he tried to throw the ball to Adam Spencer in stride.
So the leading interception gentleman on this stat report.
This is 4th on the year.
It's 4th interception for Adam Spencer, as the Bobcats defense will take it away, and they've got decent field position as they'll be starting from the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Buckhorn Children and Family Services, first down for the Cats. Holland goes back to work, gives in the backfield, and he's going to get tackled right at the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Thomas.
Yeah, Eli Thomas just made an absolute wall there. Looks like the play just kind of broke down after a bit.
Well, he was far enough up inside on the designed handoff that once that middle of the field kind of got balled up and blocked, as you said, he had nowhere to go.
You may look for the Bobcats to kind of maybe open up that zone. Miles has shown that he's not afraid to use his legs tonight, so maybe we could have the Russell defense is breaking down on that run. Maybe take advantage of that outside gap with Holland.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Give to Thomas in the backfield. He's tackled immediately for a loss. Give to Thomas, and Thomas not able to get anywhere on that one.
Yeah. The Breathitt run game's seen some real stumbles here, Rob.
Yeah, it's kind of stalled out here in the second half, in the fourth quarter, or third quarter especially.
Yeah, something you really don't want to see going into playoffs.
So it's going to be 3rd and long, ball on the 36, 12 yards to go to move the sticks. Holland trips to the left, 1 receiver wide right is Combs. Gibson in the backfield beside him. Holland will step up. He's going to keep it. Looks like he's got an opening for a first down. He's past the marker, still on his feet at the 40, up to the 30. Miles Holland, give me the ball, coach. Doesn't like what he sees, and he just keeps it. He had wide open grass headed towards the Russell sideline. Yeah, and Holland picks up the Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down.
Miles Holland with his legs tonight looks like he's not even really like some of these plays are just designed QB runs because but it's good ability to pick up on the play from him. He can see his receivers aren't open, maybe on the quicker routes, and doesn't want to have to wait the time for those longer routes to develop because he may be picking up on some pressure. So very good on him to take advantage of. Also, the defense playing very well the defense playing coverage on the receivers.
So Give up inside, and he's upended.
And cartwheel.
Thomas moves forward up to about the 25-yard line.
I mean,
9:32 on the clock.
Yeah, the run game for the Bobcats is starting to pick up a little bit after that run. Of course, the Bobcats were missing they went back-to-back plays without a 3 or 4 yard run. So it's good for them to go ahead and get their workhorse back, and Eli Thomas up and run again with that 4-yard rush as he's going to come out for a quick little break.
2nd and 6 for the Bobcats. All on the 25-yard line, midfield. Give in the backfield. No, that's Holland.
It's like a Coach Moore decided to go with a designed run on that play.
He wants the ball.
Yeah.
Up to about the 20-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. 1 yard shy of the first. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. And the Bobcats come out with 1 receiver each side. Barnett kind of in there as a wing back. They'll give it to Gibson. Gibson lowers his shoulder, rolls forward. He picks up the first down. That'll be a Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Bobcats. We've called that many times. Thanks to them for sponsoring the first downs here tonight. 8:25 on the clock, 20-13 your score.
Yeah, Bobcats Gibson's become a very good almost a guaranteed first down back. We've seen that earlier. Of course, he's a little short on 1 4th down. So Bobcats are really established in their running back roles right now.
1 back each side of Holland, and we got a whistle.
Yeah.
It'll be false start on the offense.
So I'll expand on that comment a little bit more. Of course, you see it often where teams have 2 running backs.
Yeah.
One is their quicker guy. They're reliable, break this off for like a 60, 70-yard touchdown. And then you have players like Jaden Gibson, who is more hand him the ball when you need the first down, but you need that first down from someone lowering their shoulder.
Right, there you go. Gibson is the man for the job.
Yep.
Same set. Give in the backfield.
That's John Carter.
That's John Carter Holland. Still on his feet at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, John Carter Holland. 8 minutes on the clock. John Carter Holland puts it in the end zone for the Bobcats.
Yeah, another great play from the Bobcats. Of course, using a player we don't see a lot in the backfield, kind of like using that two-back set where I believe that was Gibson throwing a block there, and John Carter Holland using his ball carrier vision to find a wide open hole, and similar to how we see Thomas in the running game, turning on his jets and scampering in for a Bobcat touchdown.
So the Bobcats tack on 6 more. That'll make it 26-13, and the Spencer brothers will come on to attempt the point after. Wyatt lines up. Adam waits on the ball. And we got a young man offsides on Russell.
Now, Rob, we've seen this sometimes this year where if Coach Moore gets those extra few yards, he may go for it.
You take the words out of my mouth.
And Miles Holland is already on the field with 2 fingers out, and they're bringing the heavy set in.
Yep, they'll move the ball up to the 3-yard line, I believe. Actually, they've moved it up to the 1-yard line.
Yeah,
ball
you're
up
going to go for 2 here.
Ball up to the 1-yard line for the Bobcats. And Miles Holland and Eli Thomas and crew will come back on for the offense to attempt 2 points.
Yep.
So with 8 minutes on the clock, it's bad to see that break of concentration on any player, but the Russell player come across the line of scrimmage too early on the point after trying to block the kick, and the Bobcats opt to go for 2 with 8 minutes. They'll give in the backfield, and that is Thomas as he gets past one defender and into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. That'll make your score 28-13 with 8 minutes on the clock in the fourth. We'll be back after this message.
At People's Bank and Trust of DIC.
So the Bobcats tack on 8 points, make it 28-13 with 8 minutes on the clock here in the fourth quarter. But look out, Russell trying to make something happen. The Bobcats able to take it away on their last offensive possession with an interception by Adam Spencer.
Yeah, only Frazier's second of the year. He's been very a very
good
quarterback
percentage.
you can trust the ball in his hands with. But on that one, it was bit of a head scratcher, like we.
He had a man open.
Yeah, number 7 was wide open on the corner route, and as we talked about, a little bit of a head scratcher there.
Spencer with the kick, squib up the middle, takes a good bounce. Russell still trying to cover it. 2 guys just got to fall on it.
Yeah.
So the Red Devils will cover it up at about the 22, maybe the 23-yard line.
Yeah, you got to be frustrated if you're the Red Devils right now. Special teams has had a lot of trouble covering that squib kick, and now after a kind of a foobar of trying to field the ball there, you're stuck back at your own 24-yard line. So, and the Bobcat defense has applied great pressure to Frazier tonight. Let's see if they continue that. Maybe dial up a blitz here.
So a Buckhorn Children's and Family Services first down for the Red Devils. The Bobcats tack on a Family Pharmacy touchdown with 8 minutes on the clock. Russell, 7:58 on the clock, comes out offensive, trying to get something going for the Red Devils. Frazier takes the snap, and we got a flag in the backfield as a false start against the offense.
I think a few of those false starts are really coming from Frazier's motion pre-snap, where he bends down.
Yeah.
It appears the running backs do the same sometimes.
So Russell on the penalty.
And Rob did look like the Bobcats were dialing up a blitz there as Caleb Neese was getting ready to rush the line there.
Ball going to move back to the 19-yard line. Red Devils will come out and get set. 2 receivers off to the left. 1 to the right. 1 back each side of Frazier. It's Rowe and Binge. Frazier calls for the snap. Fakes inside, going to throw across the field. He's got a man over there, and the young man makes the catch. It's going to be short of the first down. So a good tackle by Combs on the play.
Yeah, I think it may bring up a second and medium here.
He's
think I
Second,
would call that more of a play action than
yeah,
an RPO on
it
that one.
was, yeah.
Yeah, of course, I was looking mainly in the backfield and catch the routes.
Second and a long 3 yards. So Frazier will take the snap, sits back in the pocket. He's going to look, he throws, and almost picked off by Burton.
Yeah,
The ball didn't look good when it left Frazier's arm. I don't know if he was pressured, but he didn't get rid of it cleanly. And
it looked
Burton,
fairly clean on that
yeah,
play, Rob. It looks like it may have just been another miscue by the quarterback here, who's been, like we said,
yeah.
very well throughout the year, but it's just kind of falling apart here in the fourth quarter.
The defense has been applying the pressure. You got to be thinking about those guys coming at you when you're getting ready to throw the ball. So with 7:22 on the clock, the Bobcat defense forces the 3rd and 3. So a big third down conversion coming up for Russell if they can get this one. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Frazier takes a snap, sits back in the pocket. It's going to roll out to his left. Pressured, makes the throw, and almost intercepted. Ball intended on the sideline and almost picked off that time by the Bobcats.
Yeah, Rob, we're seeing some great coverage here from the Bobcat defense, and also really the pressure is helping out the coverage a lot. Of course, we talked a lot about matchups, but that defensive line has been a real impact to the game tonight,
Yes.
as they've just done a great job getting pressure on the quarterback. And any quarterback who is, like 80, 70%
Yeah,
on the year
yeah.
is going to crack if he has a man in his face nearly every
Well,
snap.
I can't think that I'd want to sit back there with Trenton Noble, Sawyer Hall, Carson Miller, and Wyland Abner coming after me. And those guys have just been applying the pressure at will tonight. Big time play, 4th and 3. Frazier going to roll out to his right, makes a short pass, incomplete, just falls short of Rowe. And the Bobcats will take it over on 4th down. 7:10 on the clock. Bobcat defense comes up strong once again.
And really, Rob, Frazier just looked a little skittish there on the play, as what happened was exactly what you wanted. Of
Yeah.
course, you had number 5, Caleb Neese, playing the contain. He notices the quarterback might run. He gashes down inside. Just looks like he overthrew it there, which is
Pressure again. Yeah.
But I guess that's how the play is designed, though. You want that guy to rush you so you can dump it off to your running back, but just
overthrew him.
Yeah.
Bobcats come back to get in the huddle. Holland will come in to make the call. 7:10 on the clock. Bobcats with great field position. On about the 30, like a 33 maybe. It's going to be handed off in the backfield to Thomas. Thomas makes one man miss, gets past a couple more defenders, going to fall forward up to about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, Thomas has done a very good job tonight, Rob. Working off blocks. He worked off Braden Barnes' block very well just then. Of course, getting there right as soon as the block was about to break down.
Yep.
But of course, if you hang on too long, you're going to hold.
Exactly.
So, Thomas just knows when to get there at the right time to be able to turn it up and get some great yardage. It brings up a 2nd and short.
Good vision by Eli.
Yeah. And of course, 2nd and short is where you can really open up the playbook here.
Yeah. A lot could happen on 2nd and 1.
Mm-hmm.
The Bobcats with the ball on the 23-yard line. 2nd and 1. Ball on the left hash. Holland waits on the snap. He'll hand it off in the backfield to John Carter. He's up on the sideline up to the 15 before he's drove out of bounds.
Yeah, very interesting that we're seeing Carter getting some running back work here. Of course, we may have seen a play or two before he got injured.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see the Bobcats add another wrinkle before the playoffs begin.
Very promising, yes.
Yeah.
6:22 on the clock. 28-13 your score. Bobcats still working towards the end zone. Ball now well inside the red zone at the 15-yard line. Bobcats break out of the huddle. Carson Miller directing traffic. Holland gets ready for the snap. One back each side. They give to Thomas. Thomas up the middle, still on his feet, falling forward up to about the 5-yard line. Good block that time by Gibson. Good blocking up front by the line.
Yeah, Rob. We talked about their last drive. The Bobcat running attack stuttered a little bit in the previous few drives and whatnot, but it seems they've picked up where they left off.
Yeah.
Before the I guess at the beginning of the third quarter, once they got the ball back, they were running the ball well. So they've picked up where they left off there and has been very dominant running the ball this drive.
Sizemore in there playing guard. Sawyer Hall
Out to tackle.
Out at wide tackle.
Yeah.
He's out beside of Waylon Abner, so kind of a heavy look to the left side for the Bobcats. They'll run to that side with Thomas. Thomas gets past a couple defenders, stiff arms.
Very good job by the by the Russell defense. They're stretching Thomas out to the boundary, and their other defenders just coming down and pushing him out of the end zone or the red zone. Just pushing him out of bounds.
So ball's going to end up on about the 6, maybe the 7-yard line. It's going to be third and along 2 yards.
Yeah.
Ball on the left hash. Holland into the huddle to call the play.
The Bobcats could do a lot here, Rob. Any offensive play they have can be very versatile due to the players they have.
Here's the snap. Giving the backfield to Thomas, lowers his shoulder, still on his feet, rolling forward, stretching it out.
Yeah.
Going to be tackled down about the 1-yard line.
Rob, I was just saying it can be versatile, but it doesn't matter when you can go to Old Faithful to get that Buckhorns Children and Family Services first down.
That's true. So with 4:59 on the clock, your score's 28-13. The Bobcats pick up another first down, and it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line for the Bobcats. Holland waiting on the play call. I think Coach Moore trying to use a little clock right now.
Yeah. It's like
Coach Mike Holcomb right there with Kyle Moore.
He may have tried to use a little too much. The Bobcats have 5 seconds left on the clock, though, Rob.
I think they're going to call timeout. We got an official whistle. Not for sure if that was a timeout called from the sideline.
No, it looks like we may have had a clock issue. Possibly.
4:30 on the clock, so the white hat referee going to come over and talk to Coach Kyle Moore about the whistle. Yeah, I think so. I think he's wanting the clock changed.
Yeah, folks, we're hearing some chatter from clock operator here.
So they're going to change the time on the clock to 4:37. Your score's 28-13, 4:37. They'll add 7 seconds back onto the clock. Bobcats offense lined up, ready to go. One back each side of Holland. Barnett up at that wing back or that H-back. He's in there to block, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, you have a very heavy left side there, Rob. It goes
Sizemore.
Yeah, goes Miller, Sizemore, Abner, Hall, and then lined up right behind Hall is Barnett. So that's almost a scary sight to see if you're a defensive coordinator.
Holland ready now. Gonna let the clock tick down.
Yeah, good.
We'll try to use some time off the clock now that they've got it reset.
Very good clock management.
9 seconds,
here.
8 seconds. Holland calls for the snap. Takes it. Handoff in the backfield.
Wow.
Thomas makes one man miss and gets his way into the end zone. 4:08 on the clock. The Bobcats punch the ticket again into the end zone this time, courtesy of Eli Thomas.
Yeah, very good effort by Eli Thomas just then there, Rob. Looks like a defender jumped the gap well, and that looks almost like it could have been a negative play from the Bobcats. But Eli Thomas just wills once again, body control and strength
his
and
vision,
whatnot, just pushing the defender down and using his vision to then work his way to the outside and score. That might be a hat trick for him. Is it, or just a second?
Thomas has Holland to Thomas. Yeah, that's his second touchdown.
So not close to a hat trick. Both Bobcat running backs could get a hat trick tonight, Rob.
4:06 on the clock. Wyatt Spencer on to attempt the point after. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:07 on the clock, that'll make your score 35-13. We'll be back after this message.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
right, folks, we are back. 4:06 on the clock. Your score's 35-13. The Bobcats will come on to kick this one off to the Red Devils. And at this point, we saw it a lot in that last offensive drive by Russell. They were going to the air, trying to make something happen. And look for that to happen again, I think, on this offensive series because they got to get the ball down the field. You got very little time to work here now, down 35-13.
Definitely, Robin. They're also very low on timeouts as don't know if it's correct or not, but yeah, it's correct. The board says one timeout left for Russell, so they really need to get something going here if they want any hope of staying in this game.
Good kick by Spencer, going to be caught right midfield in good field position for the Red Devils.
If you're a Red Devil fan,
down around the 42.
If you're a Red Devil fan watching this game, you have to finally be happy that they did a very good job covering that kick.
Yeah, the ball went straight to the guy right in the middle of the field, and he makes the catch and gets it up to about the 42 after the catch.
Yeah, good field position for the Red Devils at the start of this drive, Rob. Let's see if they can maybe turn this into something.
4 minutes left in this one. Russell over on the sideline, going to break out of the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage. Defense on the field already for the Bobcats. Thanks again to all of our fine sponsors. Once again, thanks to Family Pharmacy for sponsoring all of our scoring drives. They've always been a proud supporter of the Bobcats. And also thanks to Buckhorn Children and Family Services for sponsoring all of our first downs. ARH, more health, more care, more for Appalachia. Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson. You'll hear more about them in a few minutes after the game as we'll pick a player of the game sponsored by Citizens Bank. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. New quarterback in the game. Hand off to number 37, and he's tackled immediately by Waylon Abner.
Defensive impact player. Waylon Abner did a very good job fighting the block off the snap, and he just got in the backfield and made the tackle right.
Trenton Noble also in on that one. A great job. New quarterback in the game.
Really?
Yeah, it was that time. Number 3, walking in from the sideline, bringing in the play. That's Hunter Williams.
Yeah. That's the rabbit bringing in there.
So, yep, that is Williams in the backfield as quarterback. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1 back each side. Williams takes a snap. Give in the backfield, and he's going to be tackled after a pickup of about 3, maybe 4 yards back to the initial line of scrimmage, I believe. 3:05 now on the clock. Ball carrier that time, I believe, was Logan Jones, sophomore. So 3rd and 10, back to the initial line of scrimmage for the Red Devils. We got a lot of clean jerseys out there, so the Red Devils have opted to bring in some players. Picked up a few new ones in the backfield and at quarterback. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Williams takes a snap. Ball is loose. Ball loose on the ground on the handoff.
Yeah, it's the mesh point just wasn't good at all, Rob.
The same thing happened in the play right before that, and the running back was able to pick it up and make a play.
It's like Russell was able to retain possession here.
So ball up to the 41-yard line, and I think we got a timeout or.
No, it's 4th down long. They may be electing to punt, but there's no punt team.
Punt team hasn't made it onto the field yet. Thanks again to our sponsors. We want to say special thanks to all those folks that have helped us bring coverage here all year long. Hazard Community and Technical College, they will have success coaches that help you stay on your path to success, connecting you with financial information, tutoring, and so much more. Thanks to HCTC for sponsoring the Bobcats on BSN. Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, thanks to Scott and the guys. Stop by and see them for all your electrical, plumbing, and heating needs. Also, Jackson Medical Clinic, come see them 7 days a week and after hours. Jackson Physical Therapy and Colby Watts, thanks to Jackson Physical Therapy for taking care of our Bobcats, and thanks to Colby for keeping them on the field.
Yes, the Red Devils elected to take the drive game.
They're going to punt this one away on 4th and 16, and kicker puts the toe to the ball. It's going to be a high punt, going to fall close to the out-of-bounds line, and will roll out of bounds at about the 37 in Bobcat territory. So the Bobcat offense will come back onto the field with 1 minute, 10 seconds
Looks like
left
we
to
may
work.
see a bit of a change in the Bobcat offense.
I
We see
think we
some of
will.
the younger guys march out there.
Good time for these guys to get in at least a minute's worth of work against a different.
Yeah, and sometimes you see, like on senior night, you may see a senior out there who doesn't start off.
That's
but
true.
something to point out, Rob, all of the seniors for the Bobcats start in some capacity,
Yeah, you're right.
whether it be on both sides of the ball or just one.
So we got a group coming in. Looks like Wyatt Spencer bringing the play call in from the sideline.
Yeah, the younger quarterback, Jack Fugit, got an injury
Yeah, Jake
earlier.
Fugit's been
Jake
injured.
Fugit.
Yeah.
Jake
Two
Fugit, my
receivers
bad.
to the right, two to the left. Wyatt Spencer to take the snap for the Bobcats. Calls for it, give in the backfield. And that is,
I think that's Caleb Neese. We talked about him a lot when we saw yeah, it's Caleb.
yeah, it's Caleb.
It's Caleb. We talked a lot about him earlier in the year. I don't remember if it was a scrimmage or if it was a game where the score got away from the opposing team. But Caleb Neese does a very good job running the ball and could be a great replacement for that tandem backfield when Gibson leaves that hole open.
Yes,
after
you're
the
right.
season.
39 seconds on the clock. Pickup of about 4 yards on the carry to bring up 2nd and 6 after Neese's 4-yard run. And I think they're going to go in the victory formation for the Bobcats with 24 seconds. So the Bobcats victorious with 35-13 your score. We'll be back after this.
Over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
No tricks and a lot of treats here on Halloween night for the Bobcats. They're victorious 35-13 over the Russell Red Devils. Another game in the books between Russell and Breathitt. A great game here tonight. We appreciate all you guys staying tuned in. We appreciate all of our fine sponsors. Tonight, once again, we want to say thanks to Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, serving the financial needs of Breathitt County. Check out their free CBTJ mobile app, banking right on your mobile device. And once again, they have sponsored our player of the game tonight. Evan, Darren, and myself, we are going to give the player of the game to Mr. Jaden Gibson. Jaden able to make the first score for the Bobcats. He was the second scorer for the Bobcats. Did a great job offensively, but he also gave notice defensively. Done a lot of good things defensively, pressuring the quarterback, making tackles, also getting into the end zone. So congratulations to Jaden Gibson on being the Citizens Bank player of the game here on this Russell and Bobcat game.
Yeah, Rob, couldn't have said it better myself. So as we move on, let's talk about the playoff picture. Right now, we are set to play St. Henry, which is the lowest ranked playoff opponent from the district of Beechwood, which I'm not sure of the number right now.
Yeah, they'll face St. Henry here next week. It'll be a home game for the Bobcats. We invite the St. Henry folks to tune in and watch us here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. The Bobcats in a very pivotal game, RPI-wise. This bumps them up a little bit, and will help them. A good fought game between Russell and Breathitt. It's not one that anybody wanted to get up and walk away from. Everybody was watching every play. Both teams really all the way in it, so to speak, up to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Rob.
When Breathitt started to assert themselves.
And not to cut that off, really good analysis there, but you bring up the dreaded RPI. And right now, as we look at the standings, as of this week, before this game and all the others have been played, Breathitt County will be going to Beechwood in the third round if they make it there.
Yeah, if they can win the next 2 games, they will be forced to probably make the trip up to Beechwood as the way things stand right now. The RPI totals go into effect in that third round, and the Bobcats would have to travel north, so to speak, as of tonight. So we'll see if anything changes on that one. Folks, we appreciate you being with us here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We appreciate our sponsors. For Brendan Miller, for Darren Back, Evan Miller, I'm Rob Hounshell. We'll see you next week. Bobcats take on St. Henry here from the Mike Holcomb Athletic Complex. See you next week.